Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Saturday Nights. Thanks for joining us here on this Saturday morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of the day it might be for you out there. I'm going to go in and just breeze through some announcements. We got a whole crew here today for like the first time in forever. So, hi, everyone. Glad to have you here. We are gonna go. I'll go ahead and just get through any announcements we have for games over the next coming week. Tomorrow we have our Slaying 101 game, I believe. Continuation of Savannah's Monster of the Week campaign. Let me see. What else do we have this week? And now I've blanked on everything else. Is there a Tidefall this Wednesday?
Yeah, I was going to say Tidefall on Wednesday.
Okay. Tidefall on Wednesday. And I don't think there's anything else that's live throughout the week.
We might
this
be
week.
doing Motley Monday.
Oh, are we? Okay. I didn't remember if we were doing that or not. I realized I should have gotten these beforehand. So Motley Mondays or Slaying 101 tomorrow, Motley Mondays potentially on Monday, and the continuation of Tidefall on Wednesday. We've also had a couple of podcast updates over the last week. New episode of Cyberscape went up last Monday or Tuesday, I believe. Won our theme song written by Morgan now. We've got I think that's episode like 18 that we've got up right now. And then the first recording or session of the podcast that Savannah and I are doing, which we're calling Storyboard, also went up last Wednesday. Should be going up bi-weekly after that. So check those out. Both those are on CastBox, iTunes, or wherever else you barter for your podcasts. I think that's it as far as I remember. Anybody else got anything they want to drop? Any mixtapes, Spotify links, recipes? Okay. Let's go ahead and get back into it then with our recap from last session of Saturday Nights. And I need some dramatic music. So last time we met, your crew had found themselves in a rather sticky situation. My crew, I mean Hilda, Chad, and Finn, in the throne room of the Council Lord of Quildun, where Chad had just attacked Council Lord Alabaster. You were able to subdue your mind-controlled party member, finally getting Chad to come back to his wits, and released him for whatever seemed to have a hold on him. Chad was promptly thrown into prison, where he would wait until the investigation could be concluded and you could prove his innocence, that he was being controlled by this amulet that had been given to you by the Ouroboros demon that had been plaguing you for months and months, or weeks or days. I have no sense of time. We had a little bit of an investigation after that. Hilda bonded with your new BFF, Sebastian, the steward to the Council Lord of Quildun. Did some arcane experiments on the amulet, while Chad was visited in his holding cell by a few people. First off being your father, who had some less than supportive words for you. And then you were visited by the same Orabas demon, the horse-headed abomination that offered you another deal to free you from your cell, or provide you the means to, and the means to finally locating the bandit king. you agreed to this deal, and very promptly after that, you had a visitor in your cell as a mysterious cloaked entity freed you from your confines, then revealing themselves to be your mother, your tiefling mother, who you haven't seen in a long time. And she freed you from this prison and began to tell you a little bit about what was going on, explain the situation, this dire threat that fell upon you to stop. Meanwhile, Hilda and Finn began to enclose or encircle, narrow their investigation on the Bandit King, venturing into the Hedgehog's Hold and deep into the underground of Quildan, where then you found Chad, having been led there by his mother, who, seeming at that point, revealed an illusion, revealing herself to actually be his stepmother, Irene, who subsequently enchanted and trapped Chad once again with this mind control spell, causing him to cut open his hand and bleed upon the obelisk in this cavern. At which point, the obelisk began to hum, and a magic swelled or whelmed through it, and a rift opened up along the ceiling above this obelisk into the darkness above. And that is where we are picking up our session here today. Currently, Chad stands next to the obelisk. Irene had attempted to teleport away to somewhere, you're not sure. Hilda had a nice little counter spell that kept her from teleporting. Finn shot the vial of blood that she had collected from Chad in one hand. I'm gonna roll a Constitution saving throw for her. She didn't take very much damage from that, so it's just a DC 10, I think. Since you're mostly focused on attacking the vial. Con save. That she maintains her hold on the spell. And at that moment, a couple of things happen. There's this look of surprise across her face as she turns back towards Hilda and Finn, who are running through this cavern in her direction. You see the obelisk sort of framing them from behind in this ominous reddish glow. And then there is that crack, that fracturing of space above them, like shattered glass kind of spider webbing out. And you see collapsing away this very narrow fissure forming in the air above them, and it goes up and up, stretches up, and then you feel this rumbling around you as the whole cavern begins to shake, and you watch as chunks of the ceiling begin to collapse down, falling all around you, as it seems this fissure, this rift is extending far beyond the confines of this cavern up into the earth and the maybe even the city above. And there is another crack of electricity around Hilda, and standing there, sort of caught in the momentum of you all running forward, are Barumba and and Jules, who are you awaken and you find yourselves from wherever you were lurched out of, standing in this dark cavern, looking around. You see your friends around you. This panic, just in time to watch this rift fracture open, and then you hear screeching as hundreds of these winged small creatures begin to pour out of this rift into the cavern, into the darkness above you, disappearing out of sight, and the room begins to be just filled with this shrieking groan.
Oh gosh.
And I'm going to need everyone to roll for initiative.
Okay.
As soon as I bring you over to the map.
There's a map. Oh, I gotta zoom out.
Don't really have a lot on this map. It's just enough to give you guys some perspective. Wish I had a big rift thing I could put above it. Hold on.
I'm looking forward to a combat where we aren't versing Chad.
Yeah?
I've only ever fought Chad.
Someday.
I want to just put this like rift thing up here. This is what we're gonna do.
Oh, I gotta click.
And I go bio. That's quite sad.
That's good.
And as the initiative, as you kind of enclose on this, you do see two of these shrieking demons come swooping out, covered in these barbs, these thorns and spikes along the side of them, landing around Irene, and they look sort of hostile towards her for a moment, and before sort of calming, and they almost seem like an air of like recognition to her or her scent, and then they look and they turn back towards all of you approaching.
Did we bring Matthias? Just putting that there. I thought we left him in doing card ratings.
That's a good question.
I think we did leave him.
Yeah,
I remember him being with us.
Because I wanted to sacrifice him.
Yeah.
Rude.
Well, no, like exchange him for Chad in the prison, and we'll come back with the answer.
That's correct. I think you're right. I think Matthias is not currently with you. Do I have everyone on the battlefield? Yeah.
Yes.
Chad's on the wrong side. That's right.
Can I get a token for Panger, please?
Panger, yes.
He won't be out yet in this round.
Let's see.
But he might make an appearance shortly. He's currently a kitten.
There we go. There you go. Just put it right there.
These are the Flappy Boys.
Okay.
Yeah, those are
For this side.
the
So they're
devils that
flying?
have. No, they dropped out of the portal,
Okay.
landing on the
Yeah,
ground.
because it's like up in the air, like
Yeah.
like 50 feet in there.
Yeah, probably like 30.
Okay,
Full
Maybe.
damage?
got it.
Maybe they did. Maybe they superhero landed.
3-point landing.
All right, let's bring up this. Sorry, here's the turn tracker for you guys to update that.
Yes, please. Because I rolled very good.
I was going to use roll
Myself,
20
though.
to roll.
That's fine. And
Ooh.
okay. Is everybody on the turn tracker? Alrighty then. Gonna order it, and that'll put Hilda going first.
Ah! I was so excited that I rolled high, and then I realized that would probably make me go first. Okay. Hilda's gonna... I'm pretty sure it's a... She's gonna hold her action to cast... Dispel Magic.
Okay.
Okay, it's 120 feet. Okay. But is gonna be like, Chad, what is going on? Like, looks at Irene and be like, hello, bandit queen.
All right. So yeah, Chad does not react. I think he is still facing away from you towards the obelisk.
Okay.
But you've seen him put the you saw him place his hand on it just before this rift opened up. And yeah, Irene looks very angry with you right now.
I bet she does. And I'm holding to cast Dispel Magic if I can tell that, like, if it seems like Chad is being controlled again, I want to try to
Okay. Yeah.
do that. 'Cause I
Probably
don't
get an answer to that in 5 turns.
Got it.
All right. So you are beginning to cast Dispel Magic. I will say, since you're preparing to cast it, you are maintaining concentration on that right now.
Yeah.
And preparing to cast that spell. All right. So it is going to be the two little barbed devils turns. They are going to come sort of skittering forward. I say little. They're about the same size as you guys. Little in comparison to what else I could have thrown at you.
They're probably big compared to me.
All right, so two of these spike devils, Jules, you're just gaining your bearings, and one of them comes rushing up to between you and Hilda here, shrieking and stabbing forward with their claws and their tails. So that's going to be, I'm going to say 2 attacks against Jules. It's a tail attack. That's a 16 that misses, I think.
Oh, it misses by a lot.
Claw, it's a 21.
That does hit me.
It's 6 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
1 attack against Hilda.
Rude.
It's a 16 to hit.
Let's see. I don't remember what my AC is. It's 14. Okay, can I reaction? Can I cast shield, or do I? Because it's not a concentration. But does that make me lose it?
You won't have your reaction to cast.
Okay. All right. I get ouched.
Okay. That's 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And you do need to make a concentration check.
Okay.
DC 10.
Okay.
Check or save?
Save. That's what I meant. Concentration saving throw.
I rolled really low, so I'm gonna use my inspiration point to roll
Okay.
that.
Probably a good one to use.
So I got an inspiration from G from ages ago. Thank you, G. That's better. 12.
Okay, you're good. You maintain
Okay.
concentration. And yeah, the other one that's over by Finn, I guess you're the only one he can really get to with his movement. So he's just gonna attack you.
Bring it. I'm afraid.
That's a 22.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
22.
Yep.
And
But
a
don't tell me
12.
that's the damage.
No. That's the. I'm doing all the attacks. And then a 12 on the last.
The 12 didn't hit. The other 2 did.
Okay. They don't do a lot of damage on these, so it's 8 points of piercing for the first, and 6 points for the second.
Okay. Is that all?
That is it. That is all. So yeah, these two creatures, and you can smell the sulfur coming off them, this sort of heat coming from their body, like they were just in a place of extreme warmth, and they have this just reek to them as they were shrieking and getting up in your face. That is going to end their turn. It is currently Lady Museldorf's turn, and yeah, after sort of reeling from having you see the blood, Chad's blood running down her hand from the broken vial, and not having, a teleport, she looks at you, Hilda. She says, "You're going to make me very late for something very important." And she is instead going to use her action, and she looks over at Chad and she says, "Take care of them." And she's going to use her action to take control of Chad. And still can't do anything, I don't think, until her turn. But she's going to specify exactly what you do on your turn. Let me double check. It's a very long spell. But yeah, I think that's it. Jules, it is your turn.
Okay. Trying to get my bearings of what is going on. I'm gonna hit this little demon with my mace. First off.
Okay. Do it.
It just ouched me. Well, that's not very good. 12.
Misses.
Okay. Well, that sucks. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast a spiritual weapon.
Okay. I'll put that on the field.
And try again.
I think this one's yours.
Yeah, yaks. that's worse. Hold on. No, it's the same because my spell bonus. Sorry, 12. It's all the same.
Also misses.
12's all the way down. Jules is still asleep.
All right.
Hilda, what the hell is going on?
I don't know,
Great.
but that seems bad.
Yeah, it does.
You staying where you're at?
Yeah, I don't want to just abandon Hilda right here. So, yep.
Thanks.
All right. Finn, it is your turn.
Good start.
Okay. Fuck. Let's. Okay, Chlorine Stabby dude, you can just chill right there. Okay, I'm gonna Hexblade curse the lady which broke my heart, Chad's stepmom.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot her with my gun. Because
Alright.
why not?
You're
And
gonna see it this time.
you saw it last time?
You do have a creature in melee of you. Do you have the perk that removes?
Yeah, this.
All right. Cool.
I checked.
That would do it.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, and with my Hexblade curse, a 19 counts as a crit.
Yes.
So that's a 12.
That misses.
That was a 2. I rolled on 10. And then I'm just gonna cry silently.
You're gonna what?
Cry silently.
Oh, cry silently. Okay, that sounds good. You draw your.
That's all my stuff. It's like, yeah.
You draw your gun and you go to fire at Irene, and as you do, that creature in front of you sort of jumps in your direction, lunges at you with its tail, and you try to dodge out of the way of it, but as you do, the gun fires off into the towards the ceiling. You hear a shriek that it might have hit something up there, but that is it's ineffectual against her. Chad, it is your turn. So what I'm going to have you do is you feel this compulsion, this command to, let's see, you have 30 feet of movement?
Yep.
All right, so I think that's going to put you right about here.
Yeah.
Do you have any ranged, you have a ranged weapon, right? Your javelin?
They were all taken away from me.
Oh, that's right. You don't
All
have
I
any weapons
is
on
this
you.
rusty longsword.
That's true. Okay, so yeah, you're just going to run up with
Ooh.
the rusty longsword and attack Finn then.
Okay, does that trigger Hilda's
Yeah.
action?
That's up to Hilda, yeah.
I think so. If he's going for Finn, and like, yes, I'm gonna try to dispel this magic. Let me click the thing. Where is it? There it is. Okay, that's a third level spell. So,
All right. So at third level, I'm gonna need you to make a
okay, making a roll for it.
make a check and add your charisma.
Yeah, for this one's charisma. Come on. Oh no. Finn, this might hurt. That is 11.
11. That's not gonna cut it.
Dang it. Okay.
So Chad, you're gonna move up to where Finn is at.
Don't worry, I saw what Chad did against the other guy. He's got nothing on me.
I go ahead, Chad, and make your attacks against Finn.
Yeah, well, hopefully my d20s are still garbage. That's gonna be like a 21 to hit, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally
that got me.
garbage.
Yep.
Let me
Yeah.
just go ahead and pull.
I think you read that the
sword
other way
from
around.
SRD.
It's meant to be 12.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a D10 with two hands.
Yep.
Plus
That's-
tetanus damage.
Yep. That's gonna be 6 slashing,
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
and then presumably I take my second attack.
Mm-hmm.
17 to hit.
I'm going to react with shield.
Okay.
Yield would stop that one.
All right. The second attack is blocked by an invisible arcane barrier that springs up around Finn. Okay. I think that's all she's going to have you do right now. She's going to chill there next to Finn.
And no end of turn save for me.
You get a save. It takes damage. So, no. Nothing at the end of your turn. All right.
You got to move him on that.
Yeah, there we go. That's going to end Chad's turn. Barumba.
Man. Sean, you might have to help me adjudicate this. I don't know anything about Chad being mind controlled. I have no context for this, and my bud just runs up and attacks this dude who I have perfect backstab potential on.
Oh no, you don't know who he is!
Backstab me all you want.
I mean, you heard Hilda call the person in front of the demon portal the Bandit Queen.
Yeah.
I have no reference for what that is.
Just here's what I'm going to say. Just make a wisdom check. We'll leave it up to the dice because I could see this going either way.
I didn't even think about you not knowing who Finn is at all.
Yeah, because you never met Finn.
I was one of the starting members of this faction.
I did. I rolled a 24.
Okay, so with a 24, and I guess I could have made this insight. I don't know if you have proficiency in insight.
No.
No. Okay, but either way, with that check, I think you pick up enough context as you're coming into this. You see this person in front of you running with them. You see Chad seemingly allied with demons right now, or devils. I think you know that something. You don't know if Chad's being mind controlled. You don't know if Chad's just betrayed the party. All you know is that Chad is currently seemingly on the opposite side of this conflict from where you're at.
Okay.
Who are you closer friends with, Chad or Hilda?
Does Miss know Hilda?
Question.
There's like a little bit of
I don't
overlap,
know
but
that
not much. It was only like
almost zero. I don't know any of y'all.
You know these people.
You know me.
Yeah, but you're doing the.
You saw me talking to Hilda? I don't know.
All right, I feel like the only way that I can do this is just get everybody, and that will make me feel better, I think.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to cone a cold. Just everybody in front of me, pretty much. I don't know if Hilda is in it, but
no, I think you can keep Hilda out of it unless you purposely angle it to try to get
something
her.
like that ish.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how far away that goes. 60 feet, I think. So yeah, she's in it too.
Yeah, she's definitely in it.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
So yeah, y'all. Can I get con saves?
I just guess she's all to chill.
I feel
Please be enough.
that's the kindest. Not the kindest.
The most fair.
The most fair.
Yeah.
D20's going away. I got a 10 total.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Good news is there's a couple chances here to get Chad out of this effect.
Hey.
Let's see. Con save.
Fucking what?
Ouch!
Yikes.
How is that so high? Holy crap!
That's a lot of damage.
Is it really 8d8?
Dang, my son.
Yikes. Okay, well,
I had a really nice long nap. I learned some things.
Don't worry, I'm all good because I've never been this high. I think I have maybe that's next level.
Yeah.
We've been getting work done in the crystal. Let me tell you about it.
All right. So
Everyone gets swole.
let me get this straight. So we'll figure out your stuff, Finn. Chad, do you take full damage from that?
Resistance. Because I'm resistant to cold, so 20.
Okay. The barbed devil rolled a natural 20, so it's a 24. Reduce 20 points of damage, and then he has resistance, so it's going to be 10 points of damage to him.
Okay.
Boo.
Learning lessons. Learning lessons.
So you see, he seems to shrug it off. She rolls a 17. Is that a success or a failure?
Yeah, that's a success.
Okay, so she will take. Now, does she have resistance?
That's so
Oh,
funny.
she also has advantage, but she does not have resistance to the damage. Okay.
She should, because she's a cold-hearted bitch.
And your boy Finn is down.
As cold as ice.
Wait, Finn's down?
I had 23 health, and I don't gain the little.
I'll save
I
you.
did not know how much health you had when I did this.
I'll save
I
you.
didn't know how many hips you had. Oh, it's like
That's
behind the
cool.
thing.
Sorry.
It is really
Uh,
cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
very cool.
I'm still. You don't outright kill me.
I have so much healing. I can.
So here's a couple
I can
things that are
fix
going to
it.
happen. Chad, you could make another wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
And let me double check if you get advantage on it because you're currently fighting. I think that's just on the initial saving throw. Yeah. So, yeah, make a wisdom save.
Well, that's not gonna do it. Do I want to spend my legend point? I might as well try. Because
Might as
the
well.
initial one was 13. And that's worse.
Oh.
Okay. She's also going to make a saving throw against it.
Oh, she might have to drop it.
Concentration check. Which is an 8. So that's a DC 10. So she fails. So she, at that exact moment, Chad, you feel as you're blasted with this cold energy,
I like the idea of the cold energy coming out of the snoot.
yeah, just this blast of this swirling like arcane vortex, and Arctic vortex, you see clarity. You have your allies in front of you, this little devil creature next to you, and you suddenly get context and realize what's happened.
Before I drop, I really just want to be looking at Chad and just give him like the most "you betrayed me" look as I fall to the ground.
All right.
This is all your fault.
Do a little spin.
My
Yeah,
Hexblade curse has gone from
Lady Musseldorf.
yeah, because I'm asleep.
That didn't affect her saving throw, did it?
No.
Okay. Barimba, staying where you're at.
Yeah, I think so.
Hilda, it is your turn.
I've been like, oh gosh, Baruma, I should have said Finn is actually a friend. I'm just gonna go over it. Let's see. Hang on. I have cure wounds. Okay. Is going to like reach down and touch Finn and give him some heaps back, which is okay, 1d8. Not very many heaps, but I'm sure my friends can give you more.
Anything
Okay.
above 0 is heaps.
9.
I'm awake again.
Yay. You're on the ground and awake. You don't know how long it's been.
And it kind of like looks up at Chad and like kind of sees that the spell is sort of broken.
Yeah, I think you see Chad. I don't know what the look on Chad's face right now is. It's
Who?
probably some insight into him being uncharmed,
Yeah.
at least from your perspective.
Imagine being charmed, his eyes would be all kind of glassy and glazed over.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, he seems to be like a little less rigid than he was before.
He was wearing preppy clothes. Now he's a full. Starts putting eyeliner on. He's like, back to my old self.
Anything else, Hilda?
As a bonus action, I would like to look up at Chad and be like, whatever's going on, we can fix it. And it's going to inspire him.
Okay.
So, and it is now, hang on. It's a bigger amount now. Shoot, where's my Bardic Inspiration? It's now a D8. So you
Nice.
Get, you can
I'm
use
imagining while you're doing it, just the barbed devil just like over your shoulder, like heaving.
Oh yeah, I know.
Chad,
It's so creepy.
You're doing great. He's like, oh, you have nice friends.
Oh, secondary inspired. Okay, so yeah, so she goes over there,
Barbed devil
touches
female.
Finn, and then is going to keep going this. Let's see. It's gonna like wait 5, 10. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right there. So she still has line of sight on the lady, but is a little out of the way of those barbed devil guys.
Okay. I
That's
think it
okay.
will take an attack of opportunity against you.
If I go through this way though, oh that one. I forgot I was next to
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Well, all right, let's do it. I had to get it. I had to get to Finn anyway, so.
That's okay. Stabs at you with his tail. Ooh, that's a
Oh,
natural
right
20.
Ow!
That's 12 points of piercing damage.
Ouch. Okay.
All right. It is the two devils' turns now. Yikes. Finn's like right on the ground there.
Bring it. We know you want it.
Okay. So we're gonna do the other one first with Jules. It's gonna make 2 claw attacks, both miss. Tail attack, 23. 9 points of piercing damage. Against the one on because it doesn't know what's going on with Chad right now. It's gonna make an attack against Finn.
With advantage, because I'm prone.
Yeah. You know what? I'm actually going to say it does sort of leap. It is going to leap like over here between the two of you. So I will give Chad an opportunity if you wanted to take an opportunity attack.
Sure. Let's see if I can't cut this guy down. 23 to hit.
That hits.
Two-handed. That's full damage, so I believe that's going to be 13 slashing.
Nice. All right, 13 points of slashing damage. That one leaps over Finn to kind of get towards Barumba. You slash across the back, goes, "Rawr!" And it looks over its shoulder as it lands with this like the blood oozing down between these spikes, and both of them now lock onto you with this look of surprise and shock.
You are very stinky.
It is going to make a tail attack against Finn as it leaps over.
Okay, and that's it though. So I'm going to pull out a bell and be like, "You leave him alone." I'm gonna cutting words, whatever that attack
Okay.
is.
All right. Okay, roll your
Okay.
reduction.
Dang it! It's only 2.
Well, what's Finn's
Subtract
AC?
2.
What's Finn's AC?
16.
That'll miss. That'll bring it down to a 12.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay, good.
That as it lands there, you bring out this bell, and it seems to grimace in pain from the sound of it, and the tail just sticks into the ground right next to your head, Finn. It lands there, and then it's going to do 2 quick slashes at Barumba. It's claws, not with advantage. The first one's a 13.
No.
Second one's an 11.
Also nowhere.
So it just kind of this much smaller than you, just scratching up there, and you just bat it away with your poking at it with your stick. That's all. He's got Lady Museldorf. Seeing that Chad has lost, she's lost concentration on him. She can't teleport right now. Well, she could, but Hilda's still up.
She's lost the high ground.
Yeah, I think she's just gonna do this. She begins to weave a spell, and you watch as the air around, like all of you in this circle here, begins to shift, and you see this look of like extreme concentration on her face and frustration that she's having to do this. Are you going to try to counter it, Hilda, or?
I can't because I cutting words.
Oh, use your reaction.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that makes this easier. She finishes casting a spell. There is this oscillation to the air, everything sort of shifts for a moment, and she is just gone. Yeah.
Dang it.
That's gonna be it for her turn.
Or is it? Just
I
the
guess
rest of
we'll
her
see.
movement, she pours herself a root beer.
I'm gonna. Well, no, we'll get to that. Jules, it is your turn.
Okay. I would like to bonus action use my spiritual weapon to hit the little mean guy
Get him.
that I haven't been able to hit yet.
Okay.
17.
17 will hit.
Yay. He takes 12 force damage.
12 points of force damage. Damn. Okay.
Yeah. Oh man. Finn, don't die. I'm gonna hit him with my mace. I'll get rid of this
Oh, I thought you meant Finn.
thing. No, I don't want to hit Finn.
Finn, don't die. I hit him with my
Finn,
mace.
don't die. Just crush him. No, I want to hit the devil
no.
again.
Okay.
That's pretty good. 19.
Okay. That'll hit.
Great. I don't remember any of the damage I do. Sorry. Here we go. That's 15 damage.
All right.
Some of it's radiant. Does that matter?
I don't think it will.
Okay. Just
I
checking.
don't think they have a vulnerability to it. No. All right. That's it for you?
Yeah.
All right. Finn, it is your turn.
I'm gonna stand up because I can do that without being attacked. Now I'm just going to unleash on Devil Dude and consider shooting the elephant. But I'll hit the Devil Dude with my. I'll try to hit him with the rapier. I'll draw that with one hand and keep the gun in the other.
Trying to have it go all the way through.
Finn's going full.
All right.
And 25.
Hits.
Okay, and that is sneak attack as well. Okay, so 14 damage.
Nice.
Is he still up?
Yep.
I'm gonna try and shoot him.
Okay.
14.
Just misses.
I hate this gun.
Rolling very bad for it.
Oh, and because I attacked with my melee weapon and I have fancy footwork, I can run away and no attack of opportunity is done against me.
Yes, you can.
So I'm gonna just go away.
Start running towards the door. Okay. Chad, it is your turn.
Okay. So I would have assumed I was next to the obelisk when Irene sent me over here. Do I have enough movement to get back?
Yeah. 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 20.
I
Yeah.
mean, the map's
30.
saying 40, but
I
again,
think.
I assume I was next to it
Hold
last time.
Let me- Oh, that's weird. Why is the.
Oh, the squares are wrong.
Yeah, the squares are wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, you can move 6 squares.
Yeah, so I get back over there. I'm gonna try and take my hand that's still cut, put it against the obelisk, and try and will the gateway shut.
Okay. So you go over there and you go to put your hand. One thing you notice while you're putting your hand, all the blood that was on the altar, or on the obelisk, it looks like it's been sort of wiped off by something. So you can still see streaks of it, but it looks like it was cleaned off. Something has taken the blood from this space. You put your hand on it and sort of will the you still feel that humming, that connection with the obelisk. You go to try to sort of will it to close. You don't feel like you have control over it. You don't feel like there is you don't feel a connection to it, like you can close it. You don't know if you are unable to. You don't know if it's how this works, but it doesn't seem to respond to your command.
Okay. Well.
Anything else? I won't say that's an action because that's not really.
Yeah, I mean, all I have is the rusty longsword, and I'm 30 feet away from everyone. It would be a terrible idea. Well, no, I can't even get into the portal because it's up on the ceiling, right?
Yeah, I
Please
mean,
don't jump in there.
Yeah, you can see these dark shapes pouring out from it into the darkness above, and you're hearing that rumbling in the cavern and pieces of rock falling down. It seems like there is it is very large, and it's a little high off the ground to climb up to.
Yeah. I mean, I think just as a crapshoot, then Chad's just gonna kind of shout up at the dark figures that are flying out and just say, "As your prince, I command you to stop."
Okay. Make a. I was thinking I think an intimidation check works for this.
Also, you're inspired.
Well, yeah, I'll try the inspiration.
It's a D8.
Yep. Okay, that brings it up to 19.
Okay. So you just sort of shout out in the cavern around you, and
with thaumaturgy.
With thaumaturgy, okay. There's this. So the earth sort of rumbles around you, and there's this booming voice comes out of Chad. You hear the fluttering like wings of a bat around you. It doesn't seem like things stop pouring out of it from above you. However, the two creatures that are currently engaged in with Barumba and Jules sort of flinch and begin to hesitate and back up, and they look kind of wary right now as to what they're supposed to be doing. So it does seem like it had an effect on at least the ones immediately around you. So we'll see how that turns out when it gets to their turn. Anything else? I guess that's your movement action. So that's it for Chad's turn. Barumba.
Well, I'm just gonna reach out at the thing in front of me for a melee spell attack.
Okay.
No, that's gonna be a miss, unless their AC is unless it's 11.
No,
I just miss.
Yeah. So you reach out to touch them, and the creature sort of flinches and jumps back, and whatever spell you're gathering at that point sort of vanishes from your grasp.
Okay.
That will put it to Hilda's turn.
Okay.
Is that not actually a spell attack? Or sorry, it doesn't
What
matter.
spell were you
You can move a blight.
Oh no, I
I
don't.
you had to grab him first.
Nope, I think it's a con save from them.
Okay, yeah, it's just a con save. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It seems like you'd have to touch them. Okay.
I know, right?
Can I get a con save?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
y'all.
okay.
I'm bad.
It's a 13.
Nope. So that's gonna be 28 points of necrotic damage.
Yikes. Okay, 28 points of damage to that one. As it shrieks, like leaping away from you, you feel the energy kind of being pulled out of it, and you see its skin begin to grow a bit. Its greenish skin begin to grow a little bit grayish, kind of discoloring. It seems like it has aged a little bit, almost from this withering. Still alive though.
Come back here, you little devil.
All right, Hilda.
Okay, Hilda's gonna go up to the portal thing with Chad. Let's see. But can't quite get there because she's got little legs.
Just hoofing it across, running as fast as you can.
Yeah, and just be like, Chad, I don't know what's happening. What's going on? Do you know? Can you control those things?
Am I able to respond, or do I need to wait for my turn?
Yeah, you can do a little response here.
Apparently my blood opens these portals. She also said it would be able to close it, but that was apparently a load of bullshit. Apparently I'm also the prince of demons or something, maybe?
Okay. Alright. Well, we'll figure this out, but I don't know if we can do this now. And then as a bonus, she's got one last. Is gonna inspire Jules as a bonus action. Okay.
All right. Jules gets a D8 inspiration die.
Yes.
Yay.
Okie dokie. It is the whole devil's turns now. They're given that check before they don't attack, and I think seeing they're outnumbered, seeing what's going on, I think they begin to try to run away. I don't know if Jules or Garumba, you do anything about that.
Not within the rules, not really. Can I try to like trip one up, or like instead of like not really going for damage, just like maybe getting half movement or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, you could do like
Something
a
like
shove.
that.
You do like a shove attack or something.
No attack. Okay.
Just do an athletics check, and I'll run a
Okay. Oh,
acrobatics
just
check for them. Jules, are you doing anything?
No, I'm gonna let it go and see if it runs for Mama.
Okay.
16.
It rolls a 9, so you do stagger it as it's running away, and then sort of looks over its shoulder with panic towards you as it and the other one go scurrying kind of behind you towards into the darkness of the cavern in the direction you can hear the creatures above you in the darkness also flying. That will end their turns. I'm saying unless you guys attack anything specifically, we are out of initiative right now.
Okay.
I'm going to get Finn.
With
Okay.
an
Fortune heal.
attack?
No, for
Watch out,
heal.
Jules. He's still alive.
She's coming for you.
Me and this locks it on Scott's thing to sort of. I want to quickly activate my little monocle to see if I can see Crazy Lady invisible around, because it's got true sight.
Yeah, you activate your monocle. Make a perception check for me.
Oh, I get to do that.
It would be so funny if she's just invisible and she's trying to climb with a rock and like kind of struggling with it.
I mean, maybe, I don't know.
24.
24, you scan around, and with your I think you regret almost putting it on for a second, as you can see very clearly in the darkness above you the cavern, and you can see these winged creatures and other creatures that are climbing up like the sides of the cavern up towards a fissure that has broken open and seems to lead up up towards the city, and you can see lots of them moving in that direction. You looking around on your level though, where she's at, or where she would be at if she was invisible, you don't see her.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Party, does anyone have anything that can like move Earth shape the ground.
But like fix the hole or something?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Me?
Oh, little enemy.
Not
Oh.
today.
Do you mean like shaping stone or something like that? I don't know. Just as a
I'd explain. There's a fissure up top, and there's like a lot of things crawling up to what could only be the surface.
Boy, I would if I could sleep for 8 more hours.
And then I would realize Dirk is up there, and we must run. Dirk is in trouble.
if I can get to it, yes.
Can you fly? And look at your ears. I've heard a story of one elephant which could fly.
I've heard that one too. I can, but I can't do both.
You can seal it from the top.
Well, I guess I could fly to the top part of the fissure and do it
No.
from the top side.
That's probably outside.
Yeah.
Meaning we should probably leave.
Yeah, we should probably get out of here. I don't know how this magic of this portal works. I don't know if there's a way we can stop it now, but
It was activated by my blood, but apparently my blood is not what it needs to close.
Okay, Prince
Unless
of
it needs
Darkness.
a hell of a lot more of it.
Also, did
Stupid.
I remember hearing someone saying they're gonna heal me?
It's me. I'm gonna heal you right now.
As I realized I'm just coughing up blood, I was like,
I
yes.
just wanted to see what happened with the monocle.
just mashing the heal me button.
I'm
I need
getting
healing. I need healing.
You heal 22.
Oh. Hey, that's pretty good.
Chad, how- Chad, how did you get down here?
I was in the jail cell. The horse demon came back, said it was
Oh,
gonna get
great.
me out and otherwise leave me alone. Yes, we don't have time for that right now. Said it was
Not
gonna-
quite.
Said it was gonna send someone. First I thought it was my mother, turned out to be my evil stepmother in disguise. And so for that alone, I'm gonna kill her, let alone all this demon summoning nonsense.
Right. I think we can tell the story later because I'm pretty sure the city above us is being flooded with
It-
devils.
It's more, how did you get here? Because we kind of blocked our way up with my super strong.
Through the secret tunnel underneath the blacksmith shop. Jules, you know the one.
I do.
And I'll point towards the tunnel from here to that secret tunnel.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you can see, and Finn, with your true sight, you can see there is another passage that, not the one that y'all came through, that leads out of here.
How big are the fissures?
If Finn gives you a description, I mean, the ceiling of this cavern is probably about 80 feet above you or so in the darkness. The fissures themselves range from probably anywhere about like 3 to 5 feet wide.
Wait, there's
Okay.
more than one?
Well, it's like cracks in the ceiling, kind of spreading out from the locus or the central point of where this rift is sort of piercing into the ceiling.
How big is the rift?
The rift starts about 30 feet above the ground, and it's sort of like I said, it's like fractured glass where pieces of it have broken away. Probably it ranges from anywhere about like 5 feet wide to like 10 to 15 feet wide.
Okay.
And it extends 30 feet to all the way to the ceiling.
Okay. Yeah. I can't help with what I've got.
Okay.
So we'll have to think of something else.
As I'm assuming we're starting to leave.
Yeah, we should get out of here.
As we're leaving, I'm just going to inform Chad to probably not mention he opened this, considering he did just recently try to kill their leader of this town. Like, let's just... What happens in the secret cavern of the blacksmith stays in the secret cavern of the blacksmiths, including me going down, okay? Like,
I do like that rule.
If it's my blood that opens it, then it seems like them knowing that would help them figure out what closes it.
Like your pee or something, I don't know.
Also,
Yes,
seems like they
that's-
might just chop your head off and call it a day. So, careful.
Like I said, we'll figure this out, but
we'll close it and get paid
I'm worried
for
about
it.
the structure of the ceiling now at this point. That it might come down on us. And I don't want to be trapped in here with whatever those creepy things are.
Nope, through the
There's
tunnel.
hundreds of them.
Oh, that did not make it any better, but all right. Hundreds.
All right.
Definitely.
You all go running down the tunnel, following this sort of narrow passage that leads to that cellar, where I think Jules and Chad fought the necromancer previously.
Mm-hmm.
There is a ladder that leads up to where an exit that comes out to like an alleyway behind the blacksmith shop. So you climb up, realizing that Baruma might not be able to fit through that narrow passage that leads back to the blacksmith shop. But you climb up the ladder and you push open the grate, and it opens up into this narrow alleyway. And as soon as you open the ceiling to the city beyond, you hear screaming. You hear the sound of bells ringing in the distance. You hear panic and chaos on a citywide scale, in all directions.
Well, I think it's safe to say that people are aware of what's happening. At least that terrible things are happening. Should we go to the council, Lord? So they know what they're dealing with?
We have to do something.
I'm gonna look. You go.
No. You go first. I nearly killed you. I'm sorry.
I was gonna look at Chad, and isn't he just in like prison rags and a rusty sword?
Yeah.
And, like, we have your stuff at the evidence collection, aka our in room.
I'm gonna be able to fight effectively. I'll need that, but I don't know if we can spare the time.
Someone go with you to get the equipment. Someone else goes warns
Yeah.
council leaders.
Chad will go
That's
with
a
you.
good idea. All right. Hey, Broomba, you want to come with me? Want to meet
No.
the council, Lord?
Nope.
Okay, I guess
I'll
I'm
go
going by
with you.
myself.
No. I'll go with you.
I'll give a little bit of context that may make this decision, may change your minds about this decision to split up. As
okay.
you leave the alleyway, you can see the city is under attack. There are you as you exit, and you can see you guys are in the Earth Quarter right now, and you can see there are buildings on fire in the distance. There are little swarms of these winged creatures running over the city street. You can see guards in like full in their regiments kind of running down the roads as well. You can also see members of the various other guilds of the city with their insignias blazing across their armor or wearing on pendants, currently fighting off little groups of these demons or devils on this level. Some bodies littering the streets. If some of you want to run up to the beacon, you can.
Mhm.
But I will say, based on the context, you gather they probably know
Yeah.
about what's going on currently, and the city does not seem like a safe place to be running around right now. So, still up to you. Just wanted to give some perspective.
Okay. How far is this place from the Hedgehog's Hold?
The Hedgehog's Hold is in the stone tier, which is the one like above you. So you'd have to head up to the next like level of the city. Not too far, maybe like 10 minutes like running on to get up there. So it's hard to say. Depends on what you run into along the way.
Broomba, seeing all the little flying things attacking people, is just going to take the shape of a giant eagle and going to take into the sky and start to try to help take out those critters.
Okay. Yeah. You can certainly do that for the most part. And I'll say, as you guys are standing out here, I'm not going to play out every single little encounter you guys have because there's a lot of creatures and a lot of them are very small and inconsequential, like little devilish insects almost that are just swarming around. Common folk are being kind of, or you see a group of like a family that's coming out of one of the buildings or seeming to try to make it towards the exit of the city that is being swarmed by these insects. And Barumba, you take the shape of this eagle and you come swooping in, and as you come shrieking in with your talons, kind of raking across the cloud of them, killing, you imagine, the handful in the process, and the rest of them just sort of like scatter off to the distance. You see the little bodies, like you catch them in your hands, like these, like again, they look like little grubs or insects or something like that. These wings on them, and almost like leeches with wings that are not more difficult or more dangerous in groups. And the people that you saved are terrified and begin to run. The rest of you are on the same level as the Iron Creek Inn, where you guys stay. So you're closer to that.
Well, we have to get Chad's things either way if we're gonna help. So
Yeah, we should go there.
We'll grab his things. We still have horses, right? We should see if they're
Do we
alive.
pass the fish though?
The what?
Do we pass the hole in the ground when they're all coming through? The fissure?
The fissure, based on where you're standing and kind of getting some sense of direction, would be more towards like the center of the city, whereas the inn that you guys are staying in is towards the outskirts of the city, so it's kind of in the opposite direction. So you don't see where the fissure is currently.
Okay, let's go get Chad's stuff. I think maybe if we don't go all the way to the beacon, but perhaps if I could send like a message to Sebastian somehow, the steward.
He was outside that pub.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still there now, but him and his other scholars, maybe they could figure out what we can do about this portal. But yes, let's go. Let's stay together because these things look nasty. And go get your things, Chad. And the rest of our stuff. Because who knows what else is going to start coming through that portal.
We also have to deal with the fact that Irene is going to attempt to open another portal under Glambala.
There's more than one of these things.
Yep.
We can't do anything about that right now, though. One issue at a time as the screeching leeches are flying around us.
The issue right now is run.
Yeah.
All
Hey,
right.
look, a giant eagle. Boom.
You all begin to run down the city streets in the direction of the Iron Creek Inn with your aerial cover of Barumba flying above you. I assume you're hanging out or kind of skirting along with them, Barumba, or are you going off on your own? You're muted.
Going to wherever help is most needed.
Okay.
So if that's following them or helping out other people.
I think there's help needed everywhere right now. So if you want to stay with the group, you can do so, or kind of keep an eye on where they're going. You know the general direction they're heading in and can kind of strafe around and make your attacks as needed. I'll get to you in a second because there are a couple things you might notice along the way. Yeah. The rest of you go following along the city streets and passing along some bodies of some of the guard along the way, and lots of bodies of these creatures as well. Buildings on fire, these swarms of insects occasionally will like kind of swoop down in your direction, but the combined power of your group, you're able to sort of obliterate them as they get anywhere near you, not really causing you much of an issue until you reach outside the Iron Creek Inn. And as you reach the doors, you can see they're currently closed, and you go to sort of push them open. It does feel, like, give a little bit. It does seem like there's something barricaded from the inside, and as you push against them, there's a little bit of commotion and noise on the inside. People kind of shushing. What do you do?
Matthias, let us in.
You hear from the inside some more shuffling, and he goes, "Oh, you're all right. Oh God, I thought you had left me again. Hold on." And you hear some moving of furniture and things like grinding against the wood, and the barricade is cleared. And as you push inside, you can see there's like a dozen people in here, patrons and other locals that have barricaded themselves inside. Some of them with some rudimentary weapons like pitchforks and lamps and other things that they could grab just to hit things with. And you see Matthias kind of at the forefront with a sort of defensive stance. You see the innkeep Trent over to the behind the bar, has a like crossbow that he has rested against the bar and is peering out, which he lowers as you are as he sees you. Matthias says, "Oh, what's going on?"
Portal to hell underneath the city. Demons are flying out.
Oh,
That's basically it. Everything is chaos.
oh, fun. Okay, so just another weekend. Okay, let's. I assume Chad, you need your stuff.
Yes, as soon as possible.
And he leads you back behind the bar where your equipment is, in like a little storeroom back there, and leads you to your armor, and you can begin donning your plate armor and everything. So y'all have about 10 minutes if you guys want to do anything in the meantime.
Okay. Could
I
I send?
You go.
Okay. Could I send Panger maybe to the Hedgehog's Hold and see if Sebastian is there?
Okay. Panger's still in cat form right now?
Yes, the kitten.
Okay. Yeah, you can send Panger there. It's going to take Panger a little while, but they'll be able to get there faster than you, but it's going to take them longer on foot to get there. What I'm going to have you do is probably roll a stealth check for Panger.
Okay.
And I'll give you advantage on it because they're very tiny.
Okay. Let's see. What are the things for Panger? Let me look.
So Panger doesn't get eaten by flying leeches along the way.
That would be nice. Okay. Okay, +2. 14.
Okay. That's probably enough to pass anyone's passive perception right now, as they are not really focused on these tiny things. And Panger is goes running ahead to scout. So we'll get to that in a second too.
Oh wait, actually that would have been 16 actually.
Okay, even better. All right. The rest of you, while you're in the inn, anything else you want to do to get?
I just would have summoned a longbow packed weapon instead of my gun.
Okay.
And just tried shooting things to help people. Nothing else to do.
Okay. So you
assist the giant eagle.
Sure. You resummon your packed weapon as a longbow, and head outside where you can see Barumba in his eagle form kind of swooping up and down every now and then, and you begin to fire off shots at little creatures that get too close to the inn. Cool. Anything else from the people in the inn, Chad or Jules?
Is anyone still injured? Because I'm going to throw around some healing before anyone goes outside again.
I've still got a little bit to go.
Yep.
Yeah, I also was ouched a bit. Oh, gosh. Let's see. What percentage is that? Where's my thing? I'm at like half.
I'm like 2/3 healthy.
A little more than half. So yes and no. If you'd like to do some heals, it would be very appreciated.
This seems I'm not super okay. I'm gonna just throw a mass cure wounds on everybody.
Okay.
It seems important.
I mean, if you have it, we have time for a prayer of healing, I think.
I don't have that today.
Oh.
Already checked.
Darn.
Oh, I have healing spirit.
It's up to y'all. we'll go with the mass cure wounds because Savannah already said she was doing
Yeah.
it. So, but we'll
Okay.
save that.
I keep forgetting that that's a spell I have. Next time.
30.
Nice.
Holy Jesus.
Doingas.
Hey, that Disciple of Life thing is like
Really good.
really good. Yeah. So yeah.
I haven't felt this healthy ever. We leveled up mid-fight, so...
It's a
Oh,
big.
Sean, has it hit midnight yet?
No, it is current. It is very late, but it's not midnight yet.
Okay, so my soul is still in jeopardy.
Yes.
Oh, are you gonna share this with the class?
Yeah, I think as Chad is getting dressed, he'll go over the new terms of the new deal, and just try and give the short version of, oh yeah, by the way, my dad came to visit in jail, and then Halcon came. Yeah, I'm just double checking my notes. I didn't take down as detailed notes on this new thing, but that he would help me out, relinquish his claim on my soul by midnight, and that we'd know the identity of the Bandit King as well, which, you know, all of those except for my soul being back by midnight have now come to pass.
Okay, so I guess we just have to keep you alive till midnight.
Easier said than done. When a city's under siege by an invading demon army.
Yeah, a bit, but at least we have like a clearly defined time, supposedly. He said specifically midnight?
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
Look, there's like Chad's prince. He's got a curse at midnight, an evil stepmother. He's like the quintessential. This is perfect.
Chatterella.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and in this deal, he said he would help you discover the Bandit King, which I think explains why we suddenly received exactly what we needed when preparing the spell to figure out who the Bandit King was. That's how Finn and I got down there. We sort of reversed the amulet. Was able to track it down to where you and Irene were. And it sounds like she was behind this.
Most certainly.
And you're sure your father isn't in on it too?
As far as I could tell, didn't get the chance to ask Irene, but when she was masquerading as my mother, she said that she didn't think he knew that he was involved with the Bandit King.
Oh, no offense, but from what little I've seen of him, it doesn't seem like he knows a lot, but I mean, we can't be sure.
Okay.
At this point, we can't really be sure of anyone.
Not really, especially if she's very skilled at illusion magic like that and was able to throw you off, Chad. She could be hiding as anybody. But you're sure she's going to Glampala next?
I would assume so. She said there was another obelisk there.
And so what, she was going to sort of open up all of these portals and rain chaos on everything?
I guess. She didn't reveal her master plan when she revealed herself. She just told me that the Bandit King was going to try and open these and unleash armies, demons upon the world.
Then we should find them before she does.
I mean, we know where at least one is. Two, actually. There's the one in Glampala, and there's the one that our now feathered friend was able to... the one that we sunk.
Hopefully she doesn't find that one. And just looking back through my notes, and specifically the stuff she mentioned, is that apparently the Bandit King is going to pick up where the Demon Queen left off under the banner of the Eternal Fire and use an army of demons to conquer Fornin. So for those of you who know your history, that is probably...
Well, that's not
So-
great.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
All
I
right.
think the Demon Queen is a story some of us know. Well, then we should find this obelisk in Glanbala and smash it to smithereens before she can get to it. And then we should find the others, and we should smash them. And if she happens to show up along the way, we smash her. And that's sort of the best plan that I have, so...
So do we head back underneath the city and try and smash this one?
I don't know what we can do about it. I mean, if it's open, things are just gonna keep coming through, so we got to figure out some way to close it. Or at least delay whatever would come through it. That's why I'm hoping we could maybe find Sebastian. Maybe he would have an idea of how we could at least block the area or something. Alright, do you think you're finished dressing, Chad?
Yep.
I'm gonna have Barumba make a perception check.
Okay, here it comes. 19.
19. Hey, you get advantage on it for an eagle or anything, too?
That's a good question. Let me pull that up.
It's an eagle.
I think you do. I think you have like keen eyesight or something.
Yeah. SRD is being slow for me. Keen sight, advantage, yes. If it's
Yeah.
on sight, yes. And I
Yeah.
have advantage on nose, but if
Yeah.
it's, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, roll again just a double check.
28.
Whoa!
There we go. There we go. So the so Brimba, you're soaring around, and there are a couple of things you notice. There are obviously people around still in trouble, and you're trying to help as many as you can. The guard is looking like they're beginning to evacuate people from the city. You can see forces being to take up a perimeter kind of like outside the walls of the city, like trying to contain this, seeming to go into like more of a quarantine mode than a sort of a siege tactic. They like I said, lots of people in trouble. You can hear shrieking and shouting. You see some bigger things moving through the city streets. Larger creatures, some tall and with this red-like skin, walking on like goat legs. Some that are almost look like creatures made of pure, like this white ivory or bone, that are also leading small groups of these devils through the city streets, and they're shrieking, and they just seem to be just destroying the guards in their wake. You can see like almost like a cloud forming near the center of the city, where a lot of these the flying creatures are escaping out of. Many of them are kind of flying up and just scattering to the winds and out into the distance. Some of them are contained, are swooping down into the city itself. But one thing that you notice, I think more importantly, as you kind of sail up and get a good vantage point of everything, is you see the beacon at the top of the city. And you can see some conflict going on up there. And as you kind of cut around near it and make a kind of buzz the towers, getting a little bit kind of closer over to what's going on over there, you can see a collection or group of these devils that are gathering, these like gold skinned devils, dozens of them that are like kneeling outside of the beacon, all sort of very still and statuesque almost, not paying attention to anything else going around, the chaos of everything happening. And you see another figure that is walking up hurriedly up the steps to the beacon, a cloaked figure. And as she turns and looks over her shoulder, you see Irene as she steps into the this wooden building with this perpetual sort of burning flame at the top of it, and disappears inside. And we're going to go and take our break there.
Okay.
All right.
To see, yeah, I'll pick up with what happens next. So hang on to your butts, everyone. We will be back shortly, and stay tuned until then. Hello, Internet. Welcome back to Saturday Nights, where we're being attacked by devils. Let's get back into it. So, Barumba, you've just seen this sight in the distance of these golden devils kneeling outside of the palace. What do you do? Barumba, specifically.
You're muted.
You're muted if you're...
Sorry. 100% thought that was for somewhere else, and I have no idea why.
I don't know. You're the only one flying around like an eagle.
Yeah. So flying around like an eagle. I think this seems like important information. This is. I think I'm also a little like unsure of like what is going on. I'm a little bit tired, and so I think it's probably seeing that the city is pretty much being ceded to the demons at this point. I'm less concerned about trying to save it, and so I think I just decide to fly back and tell the party about the other party that I found at the top of the city.
Okay. So the giant eagle comes swooping down, and Barumba transforms back to his elephantine self and tells you all what he saw.
Well, I got some good news and some news.
Okay.
I do know where the lady went.
Irene?
You know, whatever. She went that way.
Okay.
Do I know the landmark? Do I even know what city I'm in?
Yes, I think you do.
Okay. So could I say like what part of the city that they're in?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was that where else the beacon is? Okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
And I described that she went inside a little wooden building, surrounded by golden devils.
That's where I'm going.
Okay. I mean, don't know what she could still be doing here, but I'm sure we'll find out.
She did say you made her late for a meeting.
Hmm. Did you talk about timing? Is there like certain moments when like these portals have to be opened or something, Chad?
Not on a cosmic scale or anything. She just said that the Bandit King seemed intent on opening them tonight.
Okay, so sounds like figure out what she's up to and see if we can stop her.
I might have read too many storybooks as a kid, but midnight seems important.
Yeah, that is starting to seem like an important time.
You know, we certainly can't get to Glambala by then, so I think our energies are best spent here.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
All right. Thank you for your work, but we would have had no idea.
Checks out.
So you begin to pack up your belongings, kit yourselves out to get through the city and get
horses able to ascend the levels, or is it pretty much foot traffic only above the ground floor?
No, you could go that way with horses. You're going to be less inconspicuous, but yeah, you certainly could be the fastest way.
Well, let's see if we get any Ginas first before we go and retrieve our horses.
Okay.
Does anyone else have something they want to do before I start pulling animals out of the bag of tricks?
I do.
I was just prestidigitating myself because I would look like a mess right now.
Oh, cleaning up. Right. So Finn looks wonderful.
Yeah.
Chad, come here.
Okay.
I'm going to lay a hand on Chad's shoulder. And I just say, hey. No, I'm going to cast Death Ward.
Okay.
And so there's this nice, warm glow, like your dad giving you a nice hug. If you're,
It's been 10 years.
very nice. Well, my dad, but you know, close enough. That will keep you alive if something terrible happens to you. Once. So, only do one stupid thing, I guess. I don't know.
I'll try not to waste it before it's needed.
We got 8 hours on that.
Should probably be plenty of
And
time.
midnight's like 8.5 hours away.
Rude.
8 hours and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
No! I'll keep an eye on you, but be careful.
All right.
Did my kitten ever find Sebastian?
Yeah, we can get to that too.
Okay.
But we all stand in the middle of the inn chanting, Gina, Gina.
But we stepped
yeah.
outside the inn into that courtyard where we
You
fought
might.
the ice devil.
There's devils out there.
Gina pops up and a devil swoops
Gina.
down and carries her.
Well,
Not
Gina's
quite.
pretty big.
Yeah. So we got a badger, a panther, and a dire wolf.
Nice.
Okay.
The dire wolf's large enough to ride.
for me.
For Hilda it would be.
Are the
Giddy
horses
up.
like? Are they like near us? Like, are they at the inn with us, or
Yes.
Have they been eaten?
they alive? Beast has
You
not been eaten. He's a monster.
I'll say you check, and no, the horses have not been eaten. They're
trying to
spooked.
Are they trying to squick through the windows?
Yeah,
The devil's.
Beast is trying to fight him.
yeah.
Bet he's a mean boy.
Yeah, you just see Beast with a sword defending the other horses.
Standing up on his hind legs. No.
Just like
My
turns out
nightmare.
Beast has actually been the
The devil the whole time.
It's like
Yeah.
clippity cloppity. Here comes the zoppity.
I don't know. I don't really know what that means.
I don't know either. So
Are we
yeah,
taking the horses?
We want to get up there quickly. It means we'll probably have to fight off a few more fiends along the way, but I'd rather get up there sooner rather than later.
Agree.
Yeah, last time she has to prepare whatever she's preparing. Probably be good.
Let's start untying the horses. Trying to calm them down.
I say at this point, Hilda, you get kind of like a ping in your mind from Fanger, trying to contact you, and you close your eyes and you can see currently their perspective. They're not currently outside the hedgehog's hold. It looks like they're actually kind of near the ramp that leads down from the stone tier, and kind of like perched up on the corner of a building. You can see some of the swarms of insects coming by, and hear some shouts in the distance. And you can see there's a small regiment of the Veil Guard that are currently retreating out of the city, kind of fighting off some of the swarms as they go. And you can see with them a couple of familiar faces, including you see Sebastian and Dirk. And,
It's alive.
Oh boy.
you see Sebastian, Dirk. Actually, Sister Edith, I think, is up at the beacon. I misspoke before.
Yeah, she's
realizing
a
she
big
was up
bad
there.
able guy.
Yeah. So she's dead. But you see Sebastian currently being escorted out of the city by some of the guard. And he's looking around sort of like panicked and stuff, and you can see the guard is like keeping very close to him since he is an important individual here.
Okay. I'll just have Panger keep tabs on him
Okay.
and follow them.
Sure, that works. All right. The rest of you get mounted up on your horses. Oh, buddy, the one that has to carry Varumba. You get 2 horses and
We
you
have
strap them
beasts.
together. Yeah, I'll say there's probably like a draft horse that is big enough to carry Barumba on it. It's not gonna be the fastest horse, but it'll get the
Is
job.
there like a cow or like an ox or something?
Oh yeah, there's probably some like oxen used for like pulling some of the wagons nearby. You could get on one
Can't
of
you
those.
fly though?
You could just transform back
I
again.
could, but I only got
Or
one of those left.
I mean, like simple, just the spell fly.
Oh.
No, I don't have that one.
Oh bugger!
I'll just ride with
You're just
you.
gonna ride.
Yeah.
All right.
It's still faster walking for you though, but
Okay. You all mount up. One of you, Hilda on a direwolf.
Yeah.
All right. And the doors of the stables burst open, and you all come riding out in slow motion through the flames that are dancing around the outskirts of the inn. We get some. I wish I had some more intense music, some Tokyo Drift music right now, as you guys go racing through the city streets. So here's what's gonna. I think here's what happens then. You are riding at full gallop through the city, and you can hear the shouting in the distance and the swarms of insects that kind of part before you as you are riding at full speed and begin to follow the ramp upwards. You can see the city gates from the main thoroughfare when you hit that ramp that leads up, the main drag that leads up to the beacon, kind of spiraling around the city. You can see the guard in that direction have sort of turned the barricades around and are kind of defending the city from the outside to keep these devils from escaping. You see a large devil, not dissimilar to one that you had faced before, sort of an insect-like shape, carrying a big trident, and the air around it seeming to be kind of steaming with this like mist, as it leaves a little trail of ice behind it. And you can see it kind of stabbing at the barricade as some of the guards and the guild members are cutting up towards it, trying to fight it back, and seeming to do so successfully as you continue to ride up the ramparts. As you follow along this curving road leading up to between these buildings, many of them in this district are currently burning. You see these small barbed devils that are kind of looting through the buildings. Some of them have found some dead animals and currently eating and beginning to sort of feed on them, leaving this like big piles of gore and ichor all around you. You can also see perched on some of the buildings smaller devils that also have these spines, but they are sort of a purplish tint and have wings, and they begin to kind of kick up like crows all around you as you come through these between these larger kind of 2 or 3 story buildings and come swooping down in your direction. What do you do?
Just a note, I didn't want to interrupt, so I typed over to swap to the pistol. Just
Okay, you do swap to the pistol.
yeah, while we were getting onto the horses, I just didn't want to interrupt the.
Nope, that's fine. And anybody can chime in here. We're not going to do like initiative as you guys are kind of riding through. Things are going to you've drawn the attention of some of the devils that are looking for something to do around here.
So I think Chad is gonna take hold of Dragon Maru, spend 2 of the charges to cast Dragon's Breath. Now I have to remember what the different breath options are, but basically use that to try and keep things at bay for at least a minute.
Okay.
Let's see, clicking it to see what my options are. Let's go with lightning.
Lightning. Okay. So you expend the use of that, and like I said, we're going to do this kind of loose. The creatures come flying up off of the buildings where they were perched at, and come swooping down towards you. Chad, you grasp the handle of Dragmaro, but instead of swinging it, you let the power from the weapon surge through your body, and you feel this electricity running through you. And Chad looks at two of them as they come gliding in your direction, and lets out this burst of lightning forth from his mouth that catches both of them as they try to spin off, sort of barrel roll off to the sides, and the lightning sort of streaking off of them. They're kind of limping through the air. One of them falls and kind of crashes into the roof of a nearby building. The other one spins around and quickly ducks down to an alleyway and out of sight, seeming to dissuade these in the immediate vicinity as Chad lets out another blast of lightning towards some more, kind of scaring them off as they are trying to approach you. You level out along this city road, hitting more of a central trade district of the city, and you can see dozens and dozens of these carts and wagons and vendors stalls that have been destroyed, their contents littered across the city street of produce and other bags of goods that were being transported. Of course, you see more bodies along the way. And as you come riding through this city street, you can see at the center of it is a collection of about 5 or 6 guards that are each wielding spears. They look bloodied. There are probably, for each one alive, there's 2 dead lying around this courtyard, and at the center of it, at the point of all of their spears as they're encircling it, is one of those large bone white devils that is kind of stalking in kind of a coiled position. It has this long tail dragging across the stones, kind of scraping against them. The tips of its fingers and the skeletal-like face is currently drenched in gore and blood, and it has a discerning eye towards all of them. You see in an instant its tail lashes out and strikes at one of the guards, sort of impaling him instantly and then flinging him to one of the nearby buildings. And these guards, seeming like they're on their last legs, some of them beginning to try to back away, but they look like they're afraid to turn and run, given their position against this creature. What do you do?
When we get close enough, I would like to cast Blight on it.
Okay.
I have to be within 30 feet of it.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to ride pretty close to it.
Yeah. So it's just like spurs the wolf on towards it, and yeah, it's gonna cast Blight at 4th level because I don't have any 5th level slots anymore.
Go with Hilda that way in case it turns bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
How rough does it look?
The devil?
Yeah.
It looks like it's taken. It looks like it's taken some blows from the guards that's been fighting. It looks bloody, but you can't tell if that's the blood of the things that it's killed or its own blood at this point.
Okay. Let's roll. Okay. 8, 12, 20. And 38. 33. Oh wait, it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I forgot about that part. If it succeeds, then it takes 33.
33 points of damage. Okay.
Yes.
I think. What's your DC?
It is 15.
Okay. So yeah, you reach out towards it and feel its life essence, and you kind of grab onto it, and you be able to pull some of that forward. It lets out a low, like this hissing, clicking growl, like bones rattling together from within it, and you feel like it's sort of resisting it, but it does seem to take some damage, and its attention is drawn towards all of you as you go riding past. And it flings another streak of blood across the ground, and then it begins to run in the direction of all of you, coming up behind you. You're moving slightly faster than that for the moment, and then it leaps and begins from its back. You see two skeletal kind of wings begin to spread out to either side, which beat in one massive strike, and it kind of glides up above the rooftops and is kind of strafing behind you, and you can hear that clicking growl as it seems to be like kind of cutting you off, kind of moving to the position where the road bends. Seems like it's going to try to intercept you on the next bend.
Well, I think I definitely got its attention.
Good. I'm looking at the guards going, run!
Yeah.
If I get a chance, can I try and shoot it?
You can. Yeah.
Me as well, assuming they didn't actually get all the way to confiscating the rifle I picked up.
No, yeah, that's true. Yeah, the two of you can take shots.
Okay. Well, bam.
That was almost a crit. That's a
19.
23.
Okay, 19 and 23.
Yeah.
Both those hit.
How much damage for a rifle?
I don't have the sheet.
2d10.
2d10?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for a rifle.
16 piercing.
That's only 7 piercing for me.
Okay, 16 and 7. All right. So the creature is flying overhead. You see the bullets crack into it, kind of catching it off balance, and it kind of spins in the air a bit, but seems still pretty determined in your direction as it's gliding down towards the group. Anybody else doing anything as a reaction?
I'll cast something.
Okay.
The strict language of the spell might not work for this, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to cast Sleet Storm.
Okay.
Which creates freezing rain. Now, the spell only talks about what it does to the ground, but I would imagine it still might affect it.
Yeah.
In the air.
Yeah, I think so. Because I think it's just if I remember right, I think that's the one where it knocks them prone.
It does.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. What is the saving throw?
Well, if they're on the ground, it says Dex. I don't know if you want to do a different one if it's flying.
That sounds like it would be about the same.
Because I could hear it. I could see an argument for strength or con for trying to keep flying through that too. So that's kind of your call.
It is just spell save. No, I'll say dexterity. That works.
Okay.
That's a natural 1 for a total of 3.
Okay.
So yeah. Oh no, wait, it has advantage. Hold on. That's still only a 14.
No.
So it still fails. So yeah, the creature is kind of flying down. You see it's grabbing from its side this long kind of twisted looking implement that has had this like hook at the end of it, and it's beginning to sweep down with it, and looks like it's gonna strike out towards Hilda, trying to catch her. And then suddenly the sky opens up, the clouds gather, and this barrage of sleet and hail and chunks of ice come crashing down, and one slams directly into the back of this bone devil and causes it to crash through one of the nearby buildings and vanishes from sight, and you all keep riding away from it.
Ruben, did you do that?
Yes.
Good one.
Yeah. It was.
And with that, you reach that last incline, coming around the bend towards the sky tier, and you begin to slow as you approach the palace, the beacon up ahead, and you find that you have to stop with your on your horses, because all around are dozens and dozens of these gold plated devils, these fiends that are all kneeling, heads to the ground, towards the beacon.
Are they kneeling like, as you're kneeling to get knighted by the queen, or are they like full on?
Like prostrate in sort of reverence almost, like foreheads to the ground, arms kind of splayed out, like as low as they can go.
What if we just try to walk by them? We're like, like, don't mind us.
Hundreds of them?
I'd say probably like 30 or 40.
Oh, okay. That's still a lot, though.
Do they move? Do they do anything when we show up?
They don't seem to react.
Great.
Let's walk like we belong.
Chad
We
is
have the
still
Prince
going
of
forward.
Darkness here.
Yep.
Well, I don't like the look of it, but yeah, maybe we can just quietly pass through.
This isn't the scariest thing I've faked my way into. Let's roll.
Somehow I believe that.
Okay.
All right.
Hill's gonna stay on the wolf, I think. Can the wolf pass in between them? Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just, I mean, you could go through on your horses. It's just going to be difficult because the horses are so large. I think the wolf is a little more nimble and able
Okay.
to move between them.
I would like to stay on the wolf, please.
Rhombus slides his big old belly off the
Yeah, so you pass between all of these devils. Like I said, all of them have this sort of like golden appearance to them. They have the same hooves that you can see like Chad has, and some of the other devils that you've seen. And the armor and everything they're wearing is gilded, and they got a lot of bling on them. But the one thing that stands out among all of them that I think definitely like kind of you notice is that they all have these very dark chains that they have like a collar around their neck and these chains that run down kind of twisted around their bodies and then are clasped onto like manacles on their arms. Not enough that's like hindering them. You don't get the impression that it's anything that's like binding them or restraining them, but it definitely stands out from their otherwise ornate appearance.
And none of them seem to make any reaction as we step near them.
None of them even turn their head towards you. They all remain eyes straight down at the ground.
Well, I'm inclined to just leave them be. I could try giving them a command, but that might just draw their attention.
Let's just walk on through.
Yeah, I don't want to risk it. These are so weird.
Also, try not to bleed on anything, Chad. Just your blood.
All right. So you wind your way through the crowd here, and then up the steps of the beacon and into the main hall, and you can see the door is open, and then there is smoke that is beginning to kind of build in this room. And you get the impression, because the beacon has that perpetually burning fire on top, and there's more fire in here. It looks like the building itself is beginning to burn, like some of the city below. And you can hear from inside through the partially open doors to the audience chambers where the council lord sits. You can hear chanting.
Okay, this is just definitely some sort of ritual thing.
Sounds like we should go crash the party.
Can I use my last charge on my gem of seeing for the day? One charge left.
Charge of your what? Sorry, your gem of seeing, you said?
My monocle. I've got one charge left, and it lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I think that you can do that. So you spend the last charge. This isn't an item where you have to roll if you spend your last charge, right? I don't have.
No, it just regains 1d3 each day at dawn.
Okay. All right. You come into the so you cast the gem sting, and you don't see anything moving. It doesn't seem to be anything like obscured around you. You do notice something though. There are these faint. What is that noise?
I don't know.
Probably birds outside.
Oh, okay. I was like, what
It's
is
becoming
that?
morning.
Australian
They're
birds.
waking up. They're waking up.
Okay. The Finn, you don't see anyone like hiding around you, but you do notice there are these streams of like light kind of coming through the air around you, and like this something that is flowing like in the direction that you're walking towards the chamber, and you turn around and you realize there is this like this energy, this aura that is emanating from all of the fiends, the devils that are kneeling around the beacon that is being pulled or drawn into the audience chamber that you weren't able to see without true sight.
There's nothing coming from Chad, seeing how he's kind of like.
No, nothing seems to be coming or going into Chad.
Okay. I'll let people know what I'm saying.
I'm wondering if maybe we shouldn't have, stopped a few out there, but no time for that now.
I'll mention what it's going into if I see when we enter a room. Straight up, be like, this thing's bad.
So you
Please
enter.
Don't be Irene. Please don't be Irene.
You enter the audience chamber, and the first thing you get is the stench of blood and death from in here. All the guards are gone. Everything in the room has been sort of like pushed around to the sides, and you see bodies kind of towards the sides of the room. Some of them are burning. Some of them are starting sort of like splayed out on the ground and large kind of pools of blood. There are over to the side of the room against one of the walls that isn't currently burning. You can see a figure in chains. You see the council lord, Alabaster, who is currently chained, bound, not like the others, against the wall, and seems to be unconscious. In the center of the room, you see 4 more of those gilded devils around a sigil of blood, a circle that takes up a large portion of the room. All of them are kneeling around it and kind of facing towards the center. And though their heads are to the ground like the others outside, you can hear this chanting coming from them, low and kind of droning. Standing in front of the circle between you and it, you see a very tall figure standing on 2 hooves with the head of a horse, black onyx with a white mane, and glowing red, sort of crimson eyes that turns and notices you as you enter. The energy does not seem to be going into him, though. It seems to be going into the figure standing in the center of the circle. And you see at the center of the circle, standing there, arms clasped and joining in the chanting, you see Irene. And
So just to clarify, is this Halcon? I don't remember his coloration from before.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go ahead and move you guys over to the map here so you can see what's going on.
Well, that seems fine.
Reverse centaurs and everything.
And Halcon turns towards you all as you enter and sort of takes a step towards you. And you all hear that telepathic voice reaching out to you and says, "I'm sure you all would have been dead by now, or fled the city like the others."
Yes, well, you seem to do your best to make sure that wouldn't happen to me. Now you can run along. You said you wouldn't do any harm to me and mine, so get out of here before you have to break your word.
Halcon, you see the horse-like smile once again and says, "You do catch on quickly." and you can hear a voice from behind him as one of the voices, the chanting, stops. You see Irene's eyes open. Finn, you can see this energy is sort of pouring into her right now from outside. And Irene says, "You really should leave now."
A lot's going into her.
Yeah.
FYI. No, just letting everyone else know. Just.
Chad, love, you really should go. I can understand that you don't really accept what's going on right now, and that's fine. There will come a time where you accept your place in all of this, but until then, it's best that you run along and continue killing bandits or whatever it is that you do.
I think my days of listening to you are done, Irene. And I think Chad reaches for his javelin, unless someone's going to try and stop him. And it's going to huck the returning javelin at Irene in the middle of the
Bruno
circle.
quickly stops and hands a bigger javelin.
No, this one.
No. Don't hold back.
Just
Javelin to the face.
Okay.
No, javelin to the
go-
face.
Go to make an attack roll.
Alright, let me just make sure I have the right modifier. That would be a 16, but let me check my maneuvers quickly. Yeah, I'm gonna make this precision attack to add some more to it. Oh, I did not update my maneuvers, so let me roll it manually. 16 plus, that's cocked. 16 plus 9, so 25 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, 25 will hit. Roll damage.
All right. That's 8 piercing damage, and this is a magical item.
Okay. The javelin sort of you hurl it towards her, and it kind of scrapes across her face and her neck, and you can see the blood is drawn as it then kind of sticks into the throne behind her, and then vanishes and appears in your hand once again. She doesn't seem to flinch. She takes damage from it. It affects her, and it's not like she immediately heals or anything like that. But she, which is a very stoic, very determined face, doesn't flinch, doesn't even dodge, just single-minded in her determination. And she says, "You're really putting all the work I did to waste. Arranging your father with that harlot, making sure you were born, making sure the bloodline continued, putting you through the correct training. You're just going to waste all of that now when you could gain so much more just by, for once, doing what you're told."
I wouldn't say it was a wasted effort. I think it's just not going where you want those energies to have gone.
Fine then. Children will continue to be children. Haokon, I believe it's time. And he turns towards her in that same smile, and she kneels in the center of the circle, and the chanting resumes and continues and begins to grow louder. And Haokon takes a step forward, drawing his blade. And let's go and roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my god, I almost got to double digits.
I'm not on the map.
Are you not?
No.
Oh.
You're not
On the
there.
map,
I was
on
so
the map,
dramatic. I didn't want to
on the map.
interrupt.
On the map.
Can I be in the fight, please?
Yeah.
Is
you're in the
Matthias
fight.
with us again?
Yeah,
Matthias
he's
is
us
with
this
you now.
time.
Yes.
Of course
Yeah.
he is.
Unless you guys
Does
left
he
him.
do anything?
He
Talking
does.
so much, yeah.
Prediction.
Yeah, Matthias is with you. He's just been
So we
What do
also
you
need
guys-
the panther and the badger and the dire wolf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Leave
I'll bring
Matthias
those.
alone.
Roll 20 is not being nice with his rolls for me.
All right. Panther,
Bag of tricks.
You still
Okay.
beat me with a natural one. You beat me.
Badger.
You have a -3. Let's just.
Yeah,
I thought mine was bad.
I get to attach my charisma and my dex to my initiative.
I have a negative
so-
1, but
I'm a big round.
Here, I'll put it behind you. Hilda.
It's
There you
behind. Yeah.
I got
I'm on
that,
it.
that thick dad bod.
go. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
That looks like I'm right
Uh,
on it.
I'll do some initiative rolls here. Initiative roll for Halcon.
So Hilda's gonna take the dire wolf. Who wants the
Yes.
badger? Who wants the panther? Jules with the badger.
Badger.
Initiative roll for
I can take
Irene.
the panther.
Damn, girl kills it with initiative.
Ah, hang on. I didn't update mine. Doot.
wait, is it
Oh,
a
man,
giant
look at the
badger?
top again.
Nope, just a badger.
Regular badger. Wrong one.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, then that needs to be fixed because in the bag of tricks folder
There's
it's
also
giant.
a giant
There's
badger.
a yeah. There's
Oh,
a
there's
regular
two
one, too.
separate badgers. What? Oh, that's funny.
The badgers, the small animals have historically been my friends.
I need something bigger. My epic battle music. We'll start with this one. I think I'll get bored with it, but
Oh, he's tiny.
Tom, I wish I had lightning rule.
Just so we're all aware, because it matters.
It's a tiny
Sean, the
boy.
badger is considered tiny.
oh, I thought it was a giant badger.
No, it's a
There
regular.
is also a giant badger,
Yeah.
but I rolled the regular.
Yeah, we
Oh,
got the
hold on.
regular one.
Let me put the regular
It's
badger
the
on the
tiny
field.
one.
Just gonna do nothing. He's just.
There we go.
Yeah, he's gonna hide in my pocket probably, but
All right,
he's
there's
here.
the regular badger.
He
Okay.
can take one hit for us though. Just.
But just the one.
Descending. All right. Hilda, you're first.
Crap. I was worried about this. Shoot. Okay, so there's. This whole time we've been, when we walked into the room, those 4 dudes in the corner, they've just been doing their thing.
Yeah, they haven't reacted.
Okay. Could I send a wolf to go, like, tackle one of those guys?
Sure.
Let's see. Okay, so it's a bite attack. Okay, and then I have to make a strength save. That's what it was. Okay. So Wolfie is gonna run. Tackle that guy. Let me roll for him. Ooh, a wolf rolled a 23 to hit.
Oh, nice.
Okay. That creature needs to make a DC 13 saving throw.
Okay.
And I'll roll damage while you do that.
What kind of saving throw? Dexterity, strength?
Strength. Yeah, strength saving throw.
All right. It's an 8, so I think he fails.
Yes. So he gets knocked prone and also takes 14 piercing damage. So he gets a chomp from the wolf.
Okay. All right. The guy, yeah, the wolf lunges forward, grabs on the neck, and kind of rips the guy to the ground. He's currently sprawled, kind of prone on the ground as the wolf is on top of him. What was the total damage again? You said?
Let's see. Gotta do math again.
Sorry,
No, it's okay. I just 14.
14.
No, 13.
13. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. That's the end of
Okay.
the wolf's turn.
That's what the wolf do, and then I don't have much. I'm gonna do well. Is it all? Okay, there's this bard thing that I got. Oh, it's only for being frightened or charmed. Okay. I'm not gonna do that yet. Just gonna have to wait. Counter charm.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna prepare to counter spell if Halcyon does that thing with the lightning, if it looks like he's going to do that.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
but you don't
gonna-
have to prepare to counterspell.
Yeah.
You just get to do it. But yeah, for narrative purposes,
Yes.
you're readying yourself to
Ready.
counterspell.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take a couple steps over this way.
All right. It's currently Lady Nusseldorf's turn. She is still chanting, but you can see her weaving an arcane sigil through the air as she does so. And as she does, you can see this barrier begins to form around her in this circle, kind of 10 feet out. So almost basically touching the edges of this radius. I don't think it quite, well, actually it might get to the guys on the outside. 10-foot radius around you. Well, is this one also going to be messed up? There we go. Oh, that's right, because she's not standing on a space. Yeah, so it's going to get her, and I'll say the ones around her too. And this aura, this barrier begins to shimmer. You don't get any immediate effect right now, but it is encompassing the current ritual goers. No, why are you playing that again? There you go. All right, that's going to end her turn. That's her action. Jules.
Okay, is the horse guy in the aura that she just did?
Only partially. He's not fully in it.
Okay, but he looked like he was about to do some shit, right?
Probably when it gets to his turn in a year.
He was. Well, I was trying to remember. Did you say he was headed toward her?
No, he's stepping
No?
towards you all.
Great, even better. I'm gonna step up just a little bit and pray that I will do anything for the rest of my life that Gethys asks of me if this works, and I'm gonna cast banishment on him.
Oh God. Okay.
He has to make a charisma saving throw. It's DC 17.
Okay.
Please work.
Double checking if he has advantage on that. He does.
No! I hate him.
We'll see, because this might. No. It's a 23.
Fuck him. Well, that would have been really
Have
great.
to wait.
That would have been great. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You control the numbers.
I don't. The dice
That's
do.
okay.
So you go to cast the banishment on him, and the force hits him, and you can see his form begins to flicker, like almost go invisible for a second or translucent, and then you feel him overpower your willpower, and the spell fails. You can learn something about him though.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's not it's not a total fail. If you want to, we can move to another turn.
I
Need to look at the list.
am pulling it up. A couple of these seem pretty obvious. Okay. I know why he's acting hostile, and I think I know what I'll likely do next. How about, are there any spells or effects currently affecting the creature? Does that encompass like buffs and things? Just anything?
Yeah, that would be anything.
He got anything special this time, or is he the same old mean lightning horseman that we've come to know and love?
You know you gotta love him. No, he's not currently under the effect of any
Spells
wait.
or effects.
Spells or effects.
Yeah.
Nope, there is one spell that he has right now. He is currently under the effect of a spell. Very powerful spell. He is under the effect of the foresight spell.
Okay.
Anything
Interesting.
else?
I cast a spell. I don't think I can do anything from a bonus action. No, I'm gonna pull out my mace and just look at him and say, well, Guess I'll kill you the old-fashioned way. That's it.
Okay. Chad, is your
Badger do?
Oh yeah, what does the badger do? Anything?
He growls very menacingly.
All right.
Ah. And then hides in my pocket, probably. He's
Okay.
so little.
Yeah. That will end your turn, Chad.
All right, gonna start by having the panther do essentially what the dire wolf did and go after this guy. He gets enough movement to do his pounce attack. Well, I guess needs to hit it with the claw attack first.
Okay.
Probably not with a 6.
Nope.
Well,
Well, he's prone on the ground. I'll give you advantage. I didn't think about that before.
That's only a 13.
Still misses.
Yeah. So the panther's just over there growling in that guy's ear.
Yeah, trying to scratch through the armor, but not able to do so.
Chad is, I think. I'm just thinking whether he's going sword and board or Dragon Maru. Yeah, I think is going to take out Dragon Maru. Let's see, where can I get to? For this turn, still going to be shield and the javelin. It's just going to kind of march past Halcon and just say, remember, you promised not to harm me and mine. That's part of our deal. And standing there is going to try and huck the javelin at Irene again.
Okay.
Are either of these figures on my sides, would they incur disadvantage on a ranged attack currently?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's still a 17 to hit.
She is going to use a reaction to cast shield
Okay.
to make that miss.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try again. Not as good. That's a 10.
Yeah, so that also misses.
Yeah. I still only have 2 extra attacks. I think it's next level. I get the third one. I think that's gonna be it for now.
Okay. Finn, it's your turn.
Okay. That little barrier thing, can I reach any part of that little bloodied stain on the ground she's in?
Yeah. If you can walk, if you have enough movement.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now, I don't know much about sigils on the ground, but if they're not there, if I break it, if I cleaning it with my prestidigitation, because it's my favorite spell, can I prestidigitate 1 cubic foot of the floor so it's not...
You can prestidigitate 1 cubic foot of
Okay, I'm going to prestidigitate 1 cubic foot of this symbol she's chilling in.
Okay.
And hopefully it stops whatever ritual she's got going on.
We'll see. You use your action to look at it's a one tiny bit of the
1 cubic foot.
It's just pristine. The ground is just flawlessly clean. There's a new coat of finish on it. It's beautiful. So yeah, there's a gap in the sigil. You make a perception check for me.
Ooh. Now, if I roll lower than my passive, does it go with my passive or this one?
No, this is an active check. This is not a...
Okay.
You don't get the bonus of your passive.
17.
Okay, so the you erase the symbol. It's very faint. It's very faint. You gather because of how little of the symbol you've erased, but you do notice it's kind of a pulsing to the flow of energy. You gather like if the sigil were to be more erased, you don't know if it need to be fully erased, but it
I need a lot of prestidigitation.
Yeah, it would need more prestidigitation, or it would need something a little bit further. But you do gather this the sigil is directly linked to the ritual that's going on right now. So
okay, and then because this big guy next to me scares me, I'm gonna use my bonus action and disengage and move 5 feet away from him because
okay, yeah, you can do that.
He's a big pony.
All right, Barumba, it's your turn.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do? Well, I'll just ask this question just to get it out of the way. Now, shaping water is that any liquid, or is that specifically 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen?
Oh man, you're gonna. I'm gonna. So, what are you trying to do with this? Trying to shape the blood on the ground?
I'm just asking, Sean. I'm asking a question.
You can pull the water from the blood.
Okay.
You gather you could probably move the liquid parts of it. I think you would know that it might not move. It's not going to completely erase the residue. You could fuck with it though. It might help to mess with the symbol a bit.
All right, Sean.
But I'm not going to say you can't control people with their blood, because this
make people punch themselves.
This line of thought goes very far downhill if I start letting you blood bend.
That's true. That's fair.
So. It's like we're
Oh.
mostly water, so I can just.
True. I will
control
shape
people.
you into a. Okay, so instead, I'll play this vanilla, Sean. That's okay. I'll play the game that you want, and I'm gonna turn into a dire wolf.
Sure.
And
You can do that.
And I'm going to hop and skip and join my other wolfy buddy.
Do you want a direwolf token, or you just want to use your token?
If you just want to make me large, I can.
Do that.
I guess.
Rawr.
Rawr. And I'll keep track of the hit points in the other thing. Here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bite. Is what I'm gonna do. So I got a D20 right here.
You also have pack tactics now.
Yeah. Well.
If he's not
Okay.
playing.
So plus 5, so 23.
23. We'll hit. Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to be 2d6 plus 3, which is going to be 10, and they've got to succeed on. Well, they're already prone. Never mind. Doesn't matter. So they're doubly prone.
I did forget to do that. Okay, yeah, he's definitely prone right now. What was the damage again?
10.
10. All right.
Piercing.
All right. Yeah, he hasn't had a chance to get up yet. I forgot to put in Matthias in the initiative order, because I'm terrible at running NPCs.
Get it together, Matt. Go.
It's only Matthias. So.
You're so mean to this.
You guys
Unless
leave
he's
him
gonna
alone.
Unless he's gonna help prestidigitate this thing away.
He's helped
I
us
was
so
just gonna
much.
save your life.
He
Okay.
will.
He did a death reading on me. Okay, I don't like him.
Now that fuck up. Yeah, okay, that did fuck up the order. Let me.
That's
fix
his love
this too.
language.
All right. That will end Barumba's turn, I assume.
That was me. Yeah. I
Okay.
can't do anything else. Roll.
Grr.
All right. It is currently the Erebus Demon's turn, or Devil's turn. I don't think he's gonna. No, he can't do anything this go around. Double checking. Yeah, that's all he's got. Hilda, is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna have this wolf just keep biting this guy. Some more. Nom nom nom. Probably not though with a 9.
Yeah, that's
Gosh darn
gonna.
it.
Is that with advantage?
Yeah, that was
Yep.
with advantage. You're like a 2 and a 3.
Yeah, can't get through that armor.
Okay, and then hang on. How close do I have to be for this spell? Oh, it's every creature. Okay. Well then, I am gonna come get kind of close to like the outside of this sort of sphere that's happening. And I'm gonna cast fear.
Cast fear.
Yes. So let's see. 30. I'm just gonna do this. All those bad guys in that circle have to roll a save. Let me click the thing so you can see it.
And you're stepping into the barrier?
So it's like an actual like physical barrier
Mhm.
or
Like you
okay.
can see it, yeah.
So I was able to throw my javelin through it.
Mhm.
With seemingly no issue.
I'm gonna stay outside of it for now.
You stay outside of it?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll have to step back just where you're at. You'd be in it.
Yeah. Like right there.
Okay.
Okay. I thought it was just like the circle, but it's bigger than the circle.
Yeah, it extends a little bit outside of it.
Okay. So then, yeah, they all have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. What's the level of the spell?
It is a 3rd level.
Okay. The Arabas demon will make. Is that a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, wisdom saving.
Well, that's a 33 from him.
Oh, yeah.
So he succeeds.
He's fine.
The others
He's a
inside,
wise boy.
yeah. The others inside the circle don't seem to be affected.
Cool. Okay. Well, do I still get to learn a thing?
Yes, you do.
Okay. I can't really do anything as a bonus anymore. Let me double check. Yeah, okay. I'm going to look at this list. Why don't you come back to me in a second?
Okay. It's going to be Lady Museldor's turn. Is the blood is kind of running down her face, and she's looking up at the up towards the ceiling. We see like a break in the wood, and she's looking up as the moon is sort of coming into position above, and she says, "Almost time." And she looks towards you, Chad, and she says, "Well, if you're going to ruin this, I suppose there's no other choice." And she's going to extend a finger in your direction, and a black beam comes shooting out of it towards you. I need you to make a Constitution save throw.
Well, I'm good at those. But I'm also out of any of my reroll stuff. Well, that was not great. That's a total of 9.
That's a fail. You take 62 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And that's going to end her turn. Bop off that use of that spell slot. Okay. Jules, it's your turn.
Cool. Can I? Does it look? I can get through this barrier, maybe. She's just sitting there. And
Hilda, if you come up with that question at the time there's a lull, just let me know.
I just don't know who it applies to because there was a circle that had a bunch of people in it.
I would allow you to do it to anybody that's in this. I've kind of changed the rules as they're written on there. Just anybody that failed it, you could.
Oh, okay.
Or that
All right.
succeeded on it, you could ask.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah. Anything, Jules?
Yeah, can I go grab her and try to just drag her out of the circle?
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
It is. It's the way I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Go ahead and you walk into the circle. Jeez, my scrolling isn't working right now. I think that's going to use most of your movement.
Probably. Where's the... Yeah, it's 30 feet to her, so I want to grab her.
Okay, make a grapple check. Unless.
Wait. Oh, God. I think this is not... No. Dirt, water, grass, unworked stone. Nope. I was gonna see if I could thorn whip her, but we're inside.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I forgot you have that thing.
Yeah. What am I rolling? I'm so sorry.
I get an athletics check.
21.
Her acrobatics. Normal roll. It's an 8.
Great.
So yeah, you walk up and you sort of grasp her by or hug her, or whatever you want to do. Grab her by the collar, but you've got her in your hands.
Cool.
All right.
I can't go anywhere, but I'm gonna hang on to her, and moving forward, I'm going to remove her from her weird ritual circle.
Okay. She looks at you as you grab onto her as you step into the circle, and she smiles, this cold smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes, and she says, "You're not going to want to be standing there in a moment." But that's it. Chad, it is your turn.
Yeah, that's the idea, Rian.
Yeah.
Panther's gonna be
Oh,
trying
shit.
to gonna try and do a bite on this dude on the ground.
Okay.
That's 19 to hit
19 will hit.
for 6 piercing damage. So he does a nom. And then I am going to also step into the circle, up, I guess probably on the other side that Jules is holding Irene
Oh
from.
yeah, I need to move Jules into the thing.
And
I
like a
guess.
relay race.
Oh my god, my
We...
whole 20.
Here you go.
I mean, I could try and pull her out, but seeing as you've already got her held, I think Chad's just more intent on chopping her to teeny tiny bits. So, taking Dragon Maru out.
Okay.
Gonna, first for my bonus action, I'm going to do Branding Smite, which is only a 2nd level spell, so maybe something happens, maybe it doesn't. Based on what you've said thus far. And then I try and do her a slash.
Okay. You cast Branding Smite, and your weapon begins to glow with divine energy. Go ahead and make your attack.
22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Okay. So that is 10 magical slashing plus 11 radiant damage.
So 21.
Yes.
All right.
I do my second attack. That's even more. That's a 28 or 25 to hit.
That will hit.
15 slashing and I'm gonna do this a menacing attack, so she needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Wisdom saving throw. 17.
Yeah, she's fine. And I'm gonna action surge and hit her some more.
Okay.
That's only a 17 to hit.
Yeah. 17 will hit.
12 more slashing damage.
Yep.
And final attack. 22 to hit
That'll hit.
for 15 more slashing damage.
Okay.
And that's everything.
All right. That will end Chad's turn. Matthias gets to go finally. He's gonna walk kind of straight around the side over here. Nobody's taking any damage yet, so that's good.
I took
think
a lot of damage.
Oh no, that's right. Sorry, you did take damage. He is going to I'm trying to remember if he did use his healing light today. We haven't taken a long rest since that. Can't do anything else from range. Yeah, he's gonna use his last healing light against you. That's the it's not gonna be much, but he can do 1d6.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 4 points of healing to you. Uses the rest of that. And then he's going to use... No, he's just going to hold on. He's seeing what's going on here. I don't think he really wants to interrupt with anything. So he's hanging back, ready to heal anyone if he needs to. Gets a little bit closer. Finn, is your turn.
Okay. If I was to push a friendly ally, how far can I push them? If they're willing to let me push them?
I would say
not Jules, because Jules is holding something. I just want to push Chad outside of that circle because his blood kind of started all this, and I don't want him inside when shit gets real.
If he's willing to move, you could drag or push somebody half of your remaining speed. If you're just going for like a shove, then it just follows the normal shove attacks, which is like, I think it's 10 feet. Yeah, 5 feet. You could shove him outside the circle if you...
Maybe I'm thinking of like...
I'm just talking about my strength. I probably... I know, I'm thinking... I'm going to give it a shot, okay? I've worked out how I'm going to move because this big horse thing scares me.
So far, the horse hasn't been directly hostile to us this encounter.
Yeah, you promise not to hurt your friends, and then you go and stab me multiple times. So we know where our loyalties lie. 20 feet. That still leaves me 10. Excuse me, Lady Museldorf. I'm trying to fit through here.
That's why she's in a dramatic positioning. It's not really between.
Yeah. I'm just gonna wink at her as I run past and try and shove Chad.
Okay.
I guess I make it contesting athletics.
Can you not?
Yeah, are you not going? I assume you're not going willingly.
I'm trying to think because, I mean, Chad heard her say to Jules, like, you're not going to want to be there, and he stepped in himself. So I think Chad is going to try and stay there.
Dude, you fucking demon powers stuff. Okay,
Well, that's 17 athletics for me.
Oh, buddy. So what do I need to roll?
Athletics against me.
Be acrobatics, please.
Nope, I get that choice.
Because I'm -2 to my athletics. Here we go. No.
Roll of your life. Let's go.
7.
Okay, 7 is not enough. You go and you kind of start like pushing. Your feet are sliding across the ground. You're trying to shove Chad out to the side of the circle,
like,
but he does not budge.
Okay, and then I'll use my bonus action and disengage, and I will get the fuck out of the circle myself because I don't want to be in there.
Okay.
I tried.
I'm gonna go to Barumba's turn now.
Okay. Gonna continue this strike. All the dice fell off the table. Hold on. Okay. So. Okay, it's 22 to hit, which I think hits the worst damage ever. So 5 piercing damage. Numb. And then.
Okay. He's growling on the ground. This guy is not even respond. You're doing damage and he's bleeding out onto the ground, but is not really responding to the pain but he's looking rough. That's gonna put it to Halcon's turn. God, goes at the end of the fucking hate low initiative. Anyway, so
telling me.
Yeah, right. Halcon turns towards everything that's going on in the circle, and I think Finn, from your perspective, you see this because from where you're standing, looking back at, you can see Chad and Jules in the circle, staring at, kind of locked onto Lady Museldorf. You can see Halcon sort of looming over them, this massive figure on the other side of the room, and you see just the faintest. You see Lady Museldorf, her eyes meet theirs, and there's a faint nod that she gives, and Halcon's smile widens once again, and you see him take his this, what's the weapon again that he's got, this massive flail that he has in hand with this long handle to it, and he takes it and goes down on one knee and kind of leans against it on the ground, going prone, and he begins to join in the chanting as well, and you see the ruins in the circle begin to this glyph begins to glow and illuminate, and Irene looks up at the sky once again, and you see this sort of rapturous like grin across her face, and this like look of this 1,000-mile stare that looking up towards the sky, and she says, "Emissary of Zariel, come unto me. I accept my burden." And there is a flash, and you see these 4 very quick bursts of light, and you watch as all 4 of the devils that are kneeling around the circle, this glow, this burst of light emanates from within them, and each one of them slumps over dead on the ground, and you feel,
yes, I did it.
You and Wolfform, Barumba, and Hilda standing next to someone, you see the bodies go lifeless in their jaws, and you see more flashes of light out front of the audience chamber at the exact same time, and Finn, with your your true sight, you see this just torrent, this wave of energy begin to crash down. It's looming over and then slams down on a center where the circle is and begins to encase Irene. The rest of you just feel this wind begin to kick up, swelling and swirling around her. And that is going to be Halcon's turn. Irene is now surrounded in the center of the circle in this like cocoon of energy and wind, as you are kind of holding on to her, Jules, and you find your grip beginning to loosen as she is almost being pulled from your grasp, as she's sort of like levitating off of the ground. Hilda, it is your turn.
Oh boy. Stuff is happening. Can I try to I don't know, dispel magic? What's happening right now? I have no idea what to do, y'all. This is the worst.
What do you want to try to dispel?
whatever is happening there. I don't know.
The ritual.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know how any of this works.
You can.
I can try.
You can try.
All right. It is big magic. I'm gonna try it at 4th level.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay. I add my spellcasting bonus to it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 18?
Okay. 18. So here's sort of what you get from this. You said you cast at 4th level?
Yes.
Okay.
I know
as
it's not
you're
powerful enough to do anything, but
as you're reaching out towards her, you find that there is this that barrier that's around her is disrupting your magical casting. Here's what I'll give you, because I don't want to just say like nothing happens, because that would be uber boring. You have in that moment, as you're casting on it, you can either focus your efforts on trying to get rid of this barrier that you're feeling, or you can step into the circle where your friends are.
yeah. Yeah, I think she wants to figure it. Yeah, is going to step in there too.
Okay. You feel that same wind, that force hits you, and you grab onto the magical essence that you're feeling surrounding Irene and begin to pull on it. It's not as simple as dispelling it. It's complicated. This magical weave that you feel around her, these souls that she's pulling into herself that you are feeling, but you have a hold on it, and you feel the like it giving, like you're losing grasp on it, like you need more. So it's a partial success, I think, in the terms of it, which I can't really, is D&D's limited terms don't let me really do something like that, but there's something else going on here. You have that grasp, so you have that's what you have right now.
Okay.
Anything else Hild wants to do?
Just yell at everybody, be like, we have to end this soon or something's going to happen. And I don't have anything I can do as a bonus, so that's all she does.
And everyone in unison is like, oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. It is
true. It's so true.
It is Lady Museldorf's turn, and you see that the look of rapture across her face begins to diminish a bit as she looks down and she sees you, Hilda, like pulling on the energy, and you see that look of like calm and surrender turn into this slight twinge of frustration and maybe even panic that you are somehow disrupting this, and she is going to use her action. Let's see, what can she do? Yeah, I mean, I guess this is what she's got. She is going to use a higher level spell slot, and she's going to hold out a finger in your direction, and another black beam of energy comes streaking down towards you. Hilda, I need you to make a con save.
Okay. Let's roll. I haven't rolled this one yet today. That is a really good. 23.
That succeeds. So you take half damage.
Probably gonna hurt real bad though.
Would be 58 points of damage, reduced to
29.
29. Yeah.
Okay.
Or no? Is that right? 29. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's all she's got.
Gonna grin and like just try to keep doing this to spell.
Yeah, I am gonna count this as a constant. You need to make a concentration check.
Yeah, I have a million to beat, right?
Half of 29, so 14.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, 23.
Okay, that's good. You maintain concentration, and you see that look in her face of just frustration begin to build as she realizes that it didn't end your effect there, and she cries out to Halcon in front of her, and she says, "Do something before they ruin this." And that ends her turn. Jules.
Okay, I'm still holding on to her, right?
Yes,
Maybe?
you are.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to kill her.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds at 4th level.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a. I'll give you advantage. Well, you're already holding on to her. I'll give you advantage on the. It's more to get the spell off than it is to actually hit her. That's the way I'm going to flavor this.
26.
Oh yeah, fuck me. Okay, yeah.
The other one was really bad.
Yeah.
How many is that? 3, 6. That's 43 damage.
Yikes. Okay, 43 points of damage. Oh man, I moved her.
No, I'm holding her.
43 points of damage to Irene. Ow.
Die so much.
Still up, hovering.
Great. I'm gonna start pulling her out of her weird circle. Don't know if it's gonna accomplish anything at this point, but still gonna do it.
Make an athletics check.
18.
18. Okay. Something is holding her here, but you do shift her slightly from the center, but you feel that there's this correction that something is trying to pull her back towards the center. You don't get the impression that Irene is actually in control of where she is currently positioned. That something is holding
I want
her
to be
there.
in control of where she's currently
Yeah,
positioned.
but she sort of shifts about right there.
Okay. Ah!
Just so I can fix the grid.
You're welcome.
Perfect.
That ends Jules' turn.
Yeah. I just want her to die so much.
Chad.
Can I have the wolf go after Chad? I forgot to.
Oh,
have the
sure.
wolf
You
do
forgot to have
anything.
him go. Yeah.
Yeah, if I can go after Chad.
Let's see.
I thought you meant go after him. Like, for a second.
Yeah.
What did Chad do?
I wanted to go.
Gonna start by having the panther jump into the circle and try
Sad
and
dance
just
party in the circle.
get Irene some more. Just seeing
Okay.
if it has enough speed to get its pounce, although I don't know if she can be knocked prone as she is. So yeah, Panther's gonna back up one step and then try and pounce on her.
Just picture the panther just bring right off.
That's only a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that'll miss.
Okay, so the Panther's now just in the circle with us.
Yeah, he is almost rebuked or spun and thrown off by this torrent of energy.
Yep. All right, so I am going to. Yeah, for my bonus action, I am going to do my what's it called? Searing Smite. So I burst into flames. Get ready to do her a fire ouch. Gosh, I always forget. I think this is automatically at a 2nd level because it's my racial thing. But so I try and hit her with Dragon Maru again. Dirty 20 to hit.
20 will hit.
And I'm also going to make this which one is it? A goading attack, so she needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom save. That's 20.
Okay, so that succeeds, but she takes 16 slashing damage from that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try. Oh wait, and I need to do the fire damage. Duh. That was the whole thing. She takes 7 fire damage.
Okay. 7 points of fire damage. All right.
Okay, and then for my second attack, I'm gonna just try and hit her again, trying to burn her down before whatever happens.
Okay. Make your attack.
Well, see, that's 11. I'm gonna make this a precision attack to try and hit better. Another dirty 20.
Okay.
And going to try another goading attack, so another wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Sorry, I'm trying to fix something here. Where's her sheet? That's a 5.
So she has disadvantage on attacks against anyone other than me until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
And she takes 11 slashing damage.
11 slashing. Okay.
And I think, oh, gosh. Is going to look at Jules and Hilda and say, should I stay or step out? If Jules is able to indicate to me that I should step out, I think Chad is going to step back outside. But
Yeah. Jules is going to say get out.
It's going to be ready to jump back in next go around.
Okay. Can I have just the wolf attack the horseman?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Go, Wolfie, go. That is, oh shoot, what it is. Dirty 20?
Yeah.
To bite the horse boy. Let's see, damage. Oh, that was lame. 8 piercing damage.
Okay. 8 points.
No,
Oh,
that'll
actually,
distract.
did you
him.
make that attack with disadvantage?
No, I did not make it disadvantage. Let me roll.
Do it one more time.
That would be 14.
That'll miss.
Okay, so no, wolf does not do nothing.
Why disadvantage?
Foresight.
But isn't old mate considered prone because he's still crouching?
It's a good point. Sure, we'll go. That cancels out. We'll go with the first attack. 8. All right. That will be the wolf's
Thanks.
turn. Matthias is going to. Did you say anything, Hilda, about needing help with the spell?
Well, I was like, we got to do something, but not specifically. I need help with this spell.
Okay.
I probably should have.
It's okay. I think it goes 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10.
I put it in the chat. Can Matthias read the
Matthias
chat?
unfortunately cannot read the chat.
Dang it.
He's not proficient. He's going to do a cure wounds on you. Since Chad's a little beefier. It's going to be 4th level.
Oh, that's
So 22 or 24 points of healing. All right. This is action. Finn, it is your turn.
Okay. With this firearm mastery, it says when you use the attack action. So does that mean if I can use the booming blade cantrip, even though it attacks with my swords, my rapier still, and get the shot, or is it just normal attack?
I don't think I understand the question. Can you repeat it one more time?
So it says, I'll put it up here. When you use the attack action, does that mean just like if I use a cantrip, I can still shoot?
No. So cantrips was a spell.
Even though it requires my rapier to attack?
No, if you're doing like what cantrip, so you're doing
Booming Blade. If I
Booming
did
Blade.
that.
No, you don't get the bonus action if you use your
Okay.
your action.
Well, I'm just gonna.
And you use your it as part of the spell. It's a complicated thing, but yeah,
Okay.
you don't get your bonus action.
Well, I'm gonna do a fancy little fencing rapier stab at the lady.
Okay.
Just a normal boop. So boop. That hits 18.
18 does not hit. No.
This lady is so tanky. And I'm just gonna shoot her out of frustration.
Okay.
21.
That'll hit.
Yes. Does this get sneak attack?
Yeah, you do have an ally within 5 feet.
Fuck yes. Fuck this lady. 23 damage.
All right. 23 points of damage. Here's what happens. Finn steps in. You go to stab with the first attack. It's deflected by the by this swirl of energy around her, and then you bring up your pistol, and you fire it point blank at her chest, and this time it pierces through the arcane barrier of the shield spell, through her mage armor, through the arcane energy flowing around her, and there's a spray of blood behind her as the bullet cleaves straight through her heart, and you just see her body go limp, still suspended, still animated, or hovering in the air, but her body is just limp there, and her head still kind of cocked back and looking up towards the ceiling. And then that energy intensifies, and you watch as that power you're seeing, that force, those waves around, these souls hovering through the air are beginning to swirl even greater intensity around the exterior of the circle. And before any of you can react in that exact moment, there is this like gravity grows, it amplifies a dozenfold, and you all find yourself staggering to the ground, all of you in the circle. And then once again kind of pounds down at the ground, and you feel yourself being almost hammered into the ground. And then it's still for just an instant before the wood planks and this circle on the ground crumbles away and dissolves as this hole appears, not leading down into the lower areas of the of Quilda, not to the stone tier beneath, but into this black gaping chasm, this void underneath you that seems to vanish into nothingness. And you watch as Irene begins to fall, the panther begins to fall, Finn, Jules, Matthias, and Hilda are all sucked into this black abyss, this nothing beneath, leaving Chad and Barumba standing there gaping to watch. What do you do?
Don't forget the little badger.
Oh, I'm sorry. The badger's there too.
Yeah.
And Halcon stands there and is just looking at you, Chad.
You said not through any malicious inaction would you allow them to come to harm. Will they be okay in there?
The time of our deal has passed, young prince. You may do as you wish now. Your soul is yours.
Then I jump into the hole after them.
Barumba?
I guess at this time I'll probably get sucked back into the gym. It's like, oh, I'm coming. I'm just.
Well, the gem is falling down the pit, so you're coming anyways.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to think. Would I? Well, well, I don't want to stay up here with this thing.
It's up to you.
Okay, I run and pick up the little badger with my direwolf jaws, and I leap into the hole.
Okay. And everyone leaps in, falling into darkness. You feel the world rushing around you, just nothing in every direction, to the point that you don't even feel like you're falling anymore. You feel like you were just suspended in inky black nothingness.
Even
And
with true sight, it's nothingness.
even with true sight.
Probably shouldn't have killed her.
And that's where we're going to end our session here for tonight.
Jay.
So well done, everyone. This was a strange combat encounter, I'll admit, because it wasn't really about combat. It was to see how you guys dealt with this situation, and that was one of the outcomes. So good job.
Cool.
Ish.
Well,
Well,
We just-
right.
We just left Council Lord Old Mate up with the crazy half centaur.
You did.
Yeah,
You did, and
we
still
did.
devils in the city and
Yeah,
lots of other stuff. But
I don't
Cool.
care about that.
we will see.
Cool.
So we'll pick up from this cliffhanger.
well,
Well,
not
I guess
so
not
much
really,
hanging.
not really hanging, falling. We'll pick up on this in. Well, we're going to talk about our scheduling. We might have something special for you next Saturday. But we'll be here next week. But we may not get a chance to pick up from this next week. So we'll see. So yeah, let me put some more positive music on for just a second to bring us out here.
We need to find that Survivor's Complex song.
I know I need to find it so bad. So anyway,
That's not it.
uh,
It's okay.
yeah, it's close enough. I'll find it.
Close, I guess.
So thank you everyone for joining us here today. We'll be back in a week. Check out our stream of Slang 101 tomorrow, potentially Motley Mondays on Monday. We will have Tidefall on Wednesday, and we'll be back here next Saturday. So yeah. Thank you to everyone for watching. Thank you players for being here and playing. Those of you, Ryan, thank you for joining us. And we will see you soon. Until next time, good game and good night, Internet.
Good night, Internet.